Hey now. How's my volume? Is that okay?
It's good. That intro was cutting out for me. I only heard a couple seconds of it.
Yeah, it all cut out for me.
Yeah. We could really cut a lot of time out of the show if you'd make that intro go away. It's not really the music so much as it is the countdown. The 20
Just play it over your phone.
Yeah, 20 till 9 takes an hour, and then from 9 to 0, obviously it fires up. But it's like,
yeah. Well, the reason I do that is because I don't want to scare people. Because when we would just go live and the music would start, people that have the video on, they would scare them. That I would hear about that, and so.
What do you care? The peons, the
I know,
peasants,
really.
Screw them. I'll try not to swear tonight.
Awesome. Is my audio okay though? Because I switched back from the stereo to the mono.
It's a little hot. You could back off.
Is it hot?
Yeah.
I'll turn. Okay, how's that?
Both
Is that okay? Testing. Is it?
Input level.
How's
Gain.
this? How's this? How's that?
Now you're low.
I imagine at some point tonight somebody will tell me I have to turn up because I cut mine back a little bit.
Sounds fine, Johnny.
Okay, I'll just do this. I've had mine the same for years. I've never touched, anything that, on the faders or the gain or whatever. But anyway, it's been kind of weird lately. But yeah, Hellface, I think we're live. Welcome. This is John BL's Straturday night.
Welcome.
There he
welcome,
is.
Johnny. Welcome, Paul. And welcome to my show.
Thank you.
It's all our show.
Thank
we'll
you.
have we'll probably see a few other folks throughout the night. So hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I don't know how long I'm going to be able to hang in. I'm exhausted.
What is it? Day 100, 100 and day 146 with 100-degree plus.
Something like that, yeah. But the thing about it is it hits 100 degrees and then immediately drops down, but it stays in the mid upper 90s for a long time. So yeah, it's not that bad, but they keep saying, it's day number 147 or 146 of triple digits, but it hits 100 degrees at like 2 p.m, and then by 2:08 it's back down to 99. But they still say it's officially a triple digit day.
Yeah, if it makes it up there.
Yeah.
Nah. Yeah. So hey, everybody. Yeah, I don't know. Jay's saying now John BL's too loud, but
I think it's a fiendish plot to try and get John BL to just turn down.
I'll just keep turning down a little bit here and there, and then eventually I'll be off.
You said be off, right?
That's exactly what I said.
Okay, good. But hey, we're live on Facebook in the Johnny Beane on the Johnny Beane TV page. We're also live in the Van Halen group, Van Halen 1978 to 1984.
Excellent.
Where if we say anything that happened after 1984, we will all be eviscerated.
Well, I don't know. I like it all. I mean, I love it all.
Yeah, you should just change the name of the page.
I guess I could. Why not?
Everything.
But it's fun. It's fun watching the comments.
Yeah, people freak out.
Well.
The simplest post,
Yeah.
I got to take a time out and put Ace in his crate. He's tearing shit up in the other room already.
Oh,
there goes my first swear.
Oh, man. Okay. Well, hey, really quickly, let's get this out of the way. We love our channel members. We love
Joe
all of you.
Green, Mike Neese, Joe Christian, Michael Smith, the captain, Thomas Santiago. Let's say it in unison.
Thomas Santiago.
David Ennis. Music.
Yes. Music Therapy Laz. Dan Halen.
I give you the mighty Dan Halen.
Ben Tom,
of course, our favorite.
And they're all our favorites. Steve Carmichael. Yes. That's the top tier of channel membership here on YouTube. If you'd like to become a channel member, like James Gum, Steve Carmichael, Hugh Caldwell, I see you guys. Gargets Entertainment, I see you guys in the chat. Here on YouTube, you can click the join button and become a sponsor of the channel. There's a lot of perks, a lot of cool things. And those of you that are watching us on Facebook right now, like I saw some names. Jeff Alexander, hey dude. on Facebook. Very soon, there'll be a channel membership feature over there as well, which is a little different, but basically the same thing. So
on which channel? On
Johnny Beane TV.
There you go.
Johnny Beane TV page.
Nice.
Yeah. And let me just
there's more.
Let me get this out of the way real quick. Okay, if you see my username here, Instagram @EVHGearLive. That's my EVH fan page on Instagram, basically. I'm almost to 10,000 followers. And actually, once you hit 10,000 followers on Instagram, it gives you more stuff. It gives you more perks on your Instagram page. So if you're on Instagram, follow me, please, on EVH Gear Live. And I'll be very grateful. Here, I'll put it in here. Well, I don't have a link. Instagram, I tried to get... everything's changing. Instagram is changing. YouTube kind of looks different now. My YouTube, anyway. There's more people jumping into the thing. I don't know if are you ready?
Me there.
Hey, nice shirt.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Am I back?
Me and Johnny, the only non-assholes.
Look at this.
Oh.
Look at this.
Oh, I forgot.
You forgot.
All right. Are we going full?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, look at Paul.
Well, I want to show off my shirt first. We got my Frankenstretch.
That's better. We all got to get a Paul shirt now.
Oh no!
I'm glad they're shirts, not pants.
Awesome.
Well, I'll spare you my nickname.
No, John,
John, now it's your turn.
No, yeah, right. Hold on, I'll put it on.
Is anybody else slightly aroused? Or heavily?
Yeah, they're nice.
You feel better now?
Aren't they cozy?
Yeah, I even washed and dried mine, and it's perfect.
Oh.
It's a rip tag, so you don't have to cut the tag off. You just rip it.
Oh, really?
Oh,
yes.
Nice.
Hair out tag.
Like this?
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, look at that.
Wow. Tagless.
Oh, now I don't know what size I am.
The only way to go.
It's medium. So I just figured two things out. One of them, I'm kind of like not surprised. I would say it's weird that I never noticed it before.
Well, we never saw Paul without a shirt before.
No, both of them are Van Halen related, and maybe one of them I should be embarrassed that I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna find out in a second. All right, seconds up.
There's a lot we don't know. Did you just say seconds up?
Well, I was saying,
is that a boxing reference?
We'll find out in a second.
No, seconds out.
Seconds
out. Yeah, I say that. I say that.
Seconds
Seconds out.
Your second in boxing, just for people that might want to know what the hell that means, is a guy who will fight if you can't. That's originally what it was supposed to be. It was there was a
so
second,
like if you need a substitute.
Yeah. In other words, if you're unable to continue to fight, your second is supposed to be the guy. It's like your understudy is originally what it was supposed to be. And then
I thought it was like that. Like as far as the corner man or somebody like basically
get ready. Basically get ready. Yeah.
That's what it became. But originally, when it first started out, there was you, and then there was your second. If you were unable to continue, but you needed to continue to fight.
Could you imagine if they did that like a Survivor Series type thing in boxing, where you had like 5 guys on each side, and you go like
just two,
until one of them gets knocked out, and then the next guy comes in,
revive him.
Well, what's interesting is have you ever seen chess boxing?
No.
Chess boxing is a thing. They play a game of chess, and then they get in the ring and box around, and then they go back and play another game of chess. It's a thing. Chess boxing. Wow. Go ahead and Google it. When you see it, you'll be like, "Oh my God, this is the dumbest thing ever." Is it?
But yet you can't turn it off.
Exactly. Chess boxing.
Is Caleb coming in tonight?
I think so. I saw a guitar in the
Okay,
DMs.
maybe I should wait. Maybe I should wait for him to get into it in here before I discuss the one thing that I was talking about.
You can tease that for the next few hours.
I guess so. But the other one is just the first run, or not the first one, but the run in that in the second one. I was doing it before. I was playing the lick, and then I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, wow, watching Eddie, like visualizing him playing the fast run stuff, like when it's like multiple strings, like up, like a pattern. I always tend to see him, and I don't hold the pick, and I have no form like Eddie does playing the guitar, even though, obviously one of the biggest influences. But I always notice when he's doing some fast run stuff, the normal picking position or whatever you're doing this, he actually like turns his wrist down so the pick angle changes. So instead of like kind of being flattish with the strings, like that, he'll turn it up. So it's like you can pick a lot faster. So if you do that run, like I can't do it like this with my wrist that way. It doesn't work. So I'll try it like this. Like, let me move the camera down.
But he also does the butterfly picking too, where his hand, where the wrist flips like that.
Yeah, but that's usually just on his one string, one note things. He does that type of stuff. But for the run, like he'll do like he'll move it. No, I can't play like that either. Like if it's angled this way, and I forget what they call that. They call it a certain. The pick moves slightly different or something on the string. I'm sorry if I'm going crazy here.
Pick. It's like sweep picking.
No, it's just the different angle that the pick is hitting. So when you come up, it like it comes off the string, I guess, quicker to go to the next kind of note. I don't know what I'm talking about.
You're changing the angle of the tip.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you change that, and it allows you to.
But
to pick faster.
But yeah, for certain runs.
Also, I mean, this is rudimentary, but obviously the third note should be a down pick. Oh, if you're going to change strings. So you start on your E, down, up, then you go to the A, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So as you're making the way, it's just the natural way your wrist falls allows you to get to the next string faster too.
Yeah, it does. If the pick is angled up, it gives it's easier.
Yeah, it gives you less. It's less space to occupy.
Yeah,
it's an automatic fall. It's less wrist movement.
Such a cool
efficiency.
Lick.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah,
that's a great lick or licks.
Yeah, that part's cool, man. And the first one, if you notice, the first time, because it happens twice in the song, obviously after the intro and then going into the last chorus. Alex, the first time through, hits a stick when he's doing the tom roll with the guitar. He's like, but you hear him hit a stick when he's going across the drum roll. It's pretty cool.
Oh wow,
that's roll, I should say. I catch a lot of that stuff too. Like in the Cradle Will Rock, there's a couple of those where he doubles up on the hi-hat in the first two verses, and then on the third verse you expect him to do it, and it's not there. You're like, sir.
OCD.
But it shows you the obviously back then, man, when you're recording the tape and you get 2 minutes into a song and there's one tiny mistake like that, like you're playing the whole song through unless you completely just fall off and just like, oh man. But back then, man, they didn't have the, easy nowadays, man. Digital, you just look at the screen, you see, okay, you highlight the part and you punch in just that one little section and the computer does it for you. It punches in.
It was a physical punch in. You had to actually physically punch it in at that second.
Yeah, and back then, man, for one little thing, you couldn't do it. For one,
actually you could, but you had to time it. You had to like sit there, like they would back the tape off literally with their finger right there on the record, and as you get there, you'd be playing along with the tape, and they just go bang, and that's literally the punch in. And if you missed it, you might have fucked up the entire tape beforehand.
You can program it to the time the second that you want it to just hit the record head, but the musician has to be on time.
Yeah,
perfectly.
Back then, that was Yeah, back then, if your producer, it was a matter of the producer had to be in rhythm with. That's why producers were so good. Guys,
it was probably easier than to just punch it by hand than to time it down.
And guys like Eddie Kramer and shit, where that's why their stuff and Andy Johns and those guys are as good as what they are, because they've got that sense of timing that some of these other guys don't have.
And if you're not playing to a click, good luck punching stuff like that in, because you have to play into the mistake as well. So if there's no click track, the drummer isn't going to be playing exactly,
In college, I did that with a bass player who flubbed the beginning of the intro to the song, and it was everything else of the track was good, but there was no count in. There was no counting in, because the bass started the song. So I timed it. I was in the control room. He was in the studio, and I just gave him a signal at that, looking at the timer going on the DA88. And just so I hit it, and it took maybe 3 or 4 tries, and eventually we got it right on time. So, yeah, I mean, it was old school.
But that's when you've got a problem. That's why you've got things like the squeaky drum pedal in Zeppelin, and the fact that Alex doesn't hit the double hi-hat hit in the third verse, because they're in a groove, and if you've got it on tape, if you're capturing that take, go with that take. Kind of like So This Is Love with the bass track, where they just go, all right, we'll just let it, just fade that thing down.
Yeah.
And who cares? Is because the band is in a groove, let it go. Back then it was all about catching the moment versus being perfect. And I actually prefer that.
Me and Johnny talked about this, I think last Friday or whatever, the Friday before yesterday's show, about that kind of stuff. And like modern music, just, it doesn't have the spontaneity that older stuff has,
That's why
you can go into the finest detail and fix it if you need to.
Yeah.
How great is it? Go ahead, John.
Facebook user. Well, here's something. Those of you that are watching this within the Van Halen group on Facebook, there might be some instructions there. There might be a link where you can actually kind of like sign in so we can see your name. But here, for all I can see, it just says Facebook user. But anyway, they're saying 1984 was the greatest Van Halen album. I mean, I'll agree with you on that one, man.
Yeah, you can't argue with that. I think, in my opinion, has the best Eddie Van Halen guitar tone on that album. I think it's the perfect blend of the rawness of previous records, and then the I guess polish of records after. It's just, in my opinion, and you can hear the guitar. That's the best part about it. Especially every album before 84 and including, well, it's maybe not Van Halen 1 as much, because there's a lot of stuff on it, especially the reverb, but you can hear the guitar itself.
Everything has its place in the mix in 84.
Yeah. I love the sound of that album, man.
Yeah.
I could do without, again, that was the beginning where Alex started to get into his Simmons phase, which I could do without, but overall, like when you listen to the intro to Top Jimmy, and you can hear, I mean, you were talking about the pick attack as it hits the strings, that Ripley intro to Top Jimmy, and you can hear just it's not clean at all. It's filthy. There's a rawness to it. And that goes back to what we've said before. With Dave, there was a little more raw, punky feel to it. It was a little sloppier. And that fit the whole mode of what it was. Whereas, and I posted this on Facebook the other day, when they got to Carnal Knowledge, by the time they got to Carnal Knowledge, it was a fine-tuned, perfectly produced, almost corporate rock. I mean, when you listen to the Carnal Knowledge record, it sounds as good as Boston's first album or Hysteria. It's perfect in every way. There's not a glitch, but somewhere in there's a little loss of that humanity, that that groove that we were talking about with punching in stuff live. That record was perfect, and it was rehearsed to perfection and recorded to perfection. But I don't know that when people talk about balance was a little sloppier. OU812 was a little sloppier. But they found the sweet spot with the Carnal Knowledge record, and by finding that sweet spot, they lost some of the danger or energy that I think that they had for records before and afterwards.
I think it's a unique Van Halen sound from that album, definitely. You know, but it's a departure from 86, 88, and then it's vastly different than Balance or anything after it, you know. Yeah, they were in the zone. They were in that the perfect Sammy era.
So if you guys could pick, I know we've probably done this before about 12 times, but if you could pick a tone from the Van Halen, Van Hagar, which album would you take? Guitar tone wise.
Yeah, I would take 80. I would take 84 for the Roth era, and for the Hagar era, I would take Balance.
I actually really love Van Halen 2. I love Eddie's guitar tone on Van Halen.
That's what I would go with for the Roth era.
Well, it's not your turn though. Hold on.
No, that's what I do.
But it's his show.
That's my
sorry, John. That's right.
Van Halen 2.
Paul, John's talking. Hold on.
Hang on. There we go.
There you go.
Oh, you want me to go now?
Yeah, you go.
I think the tone on Van Halen 2 was excellent. Look at my, Van Halen 2 all the way. That is supposed to be yellow, but it's not really. Paul, what did you think of Van Halen 2?
Well, what's your Hagar era?
Hagar, I would say
guitar tone.
Let's say
Paul,
it together. Let's
nice
say it together.
Us.
Johnny's confusing me with the swapping around and everything. I don't know when it's my turn. When's it going to be my turn? Go ahead, Paul. All yours.
Nope. No, I'm on strike until you finish your thought.
Carnal knowledge all the way for. That's what like I said before. I think carnal knowledge was a great Sammy tone that for Ed at that point. Finished.
All right, Paul. You may go now.
Uh-oh, gotta go take care of the dog.
No, I think that both Carnal Knowledge and Balance, but Carnal Knowledge I think is the sweet spot for Eddie's Hagar era tone. But I think that the whole Carnal Knowledge record was awesome. I mean, it's out to me. Alex drives the band. I know that I've said this before. If Alex's drums sound great, the rest of it fills in nicely.
Oh yeah,
and the drums on Carnal Knowledge are just phenomenal. The way they sound, they're massive. They're Bonham-like, and yet
that was the idea.
And yet signature. Like people. I don't
they
know
still sound like Alex's drums. Yes.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people understand that the Van Halen sound the Brown sound isn't just Eddie's guitar. It's Eddie's guitar and Alex's drums. Alex Van Halen has as unique a drum sound as Eddie's guitar sound. The thing is, we've never heard Alex play with anybody else, so we don't know what it sounds like anywhere outside of Van Halen. But guaranteed, if Alex Van Halen showed up on someone else's record, you'd know it was Alex Van Halen.
Okay, so that's your that's your Hagar era
Carnal
tone.
Knowledge.
What's your Roth era tone?
For the guitar too.
So you and John are
yeah. There's something about Van Halen 2 that just sounds phenomenal to me.
So me and Johnny agree, and then Paul and John agree.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the. I mean, I love all of it, but the Balance era was was a little harsh for me. I don't know. It's some of especially the the more aggressive songs. I think right in the zone with not Carnal Knowledge, in my opinion.
I think a part of the Balance sound had a lot to do with the music scene at the time, with all the grunge.
Yeah, a lot of down tuning.
Even 3 had that. It was
because when you're making commercial records, you kind of have to take account of everything that's going along around you, even if it's not the same genre of music. You always want to have a current, sound. And if you listen to the grunge stuff that was going on at the time, 90, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Is that a Steinberger?
It is now.
As long as it's not a friggin' Kiesel, I'm fine.
Oh, man. Anyway, I think the Balance sound had a lot to do with what was going on at the time, and then what you guys were saying about the drum sound too. When they started that record, they had to get the perfect drum sound before they even went anywhere else.
Right.
I think that was the deal when they got Andy. That was it. No, that was Carnal Knowledge. I'm thinking of. I don't know.
Balance is Fairburn.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, I was gonna say the carnal knowledge as far as the tone on that one. It was Andy Johns, and they
Yeah,
had
the
to
drums were a lot
they had to
more-
get the perfect drum sound before they
Yeah.
even went any further. And
Yeah.
When Alex told Andy, I want to go for like, kind of more of a Bonham sound with the drums, a big roomy sound. He had a hard time doing that because they didn't have the room. It was all about the room with Bonham's drums and obviously the player and all that stuff, but you need a big room for that sound. And he said he had to work so hard with like reverbs and stuff like that to like make it sound, especially you can really hear it in the toms, obviously.
But it's interesting though, if you go and you listen to some of the old Zeppelin stuff, live stuff, they still got that pop out of the snare.
Well, it's how he hit the snare drum, man. That's that's
the same thing that we talk about being in your fingers. It's also in his wrist, and Alex has that as well. So you can record anything. You can just open a mic wide open, but how he attacks that stick and that drum and the way he hits the rims is going to make a difference as well.
Yeah.
And that's why I didn't like the Simmons, because the Simmons stuff, it doesn't matter how you hit it, it's going to sound the same. Same thing with triggers. As much as I love, what do you call it? What's his name from Living Color?
Will Calhoun.
Yeah. I mean, the much as I like him, that snare is always going to sound the same if Will Calhoun hits it or if John hits it.
With a trigger, that's
And that goes back to what I was just saying about having a sound that's similar to everything else that's going on around you. Because at the time, the pop music, it was all sampled drums,
right?
Somebody's watching. I don't want to say their name if they don't want me to, but he said, "Wasn't Carnal Knowledge the first time they had a drum room?" Well, they built an extra room off of I guess it was Eddie describes it one time, because up until
in the Kurt Loder interview, he talks about the new room.
The tape room.
Oh, that was
the tape room.
Chris
but
Connolly.
it wasn't a live room. It was, the ceiling wasn't, 20 feet high or whatever. It was just, it was a bigger room for the drums. It wasn't like a live room.
Johnny, what were you saying?
Yeah.
What?
That was Chris Connolly in that.
So that's right. Sorry. Not Kurt Loder.
Kurt Loder is like 80 years old now, which I can't believe.
I know.
Oh my God.
I thought he was old then.
Do you find it weird when people like call you a guitar god and things like that? And, his interviews were always like, "Oh my God, dude, just stop.
Well, he was a writer. I think he was a writer first, and then he was like, I think he got the thing at MTV News. And right, Andrew Walton?
Just some punk kid who plays guitar?
Hey, man.
Yo.
I looked through that Chris Connolly interview, and I looked close at the tape archive, and you can't make out any of the. I don't know if they actually deliberately kind of pixelated it or what, but you can't.
Probably back then they didn't do any of that stuff.
Yeah. No, they didn't do that. It's just
it's just blurry. It's just
too far away.
Yeah, it's too far away.
Yeah, if there was pictures of like jugs and stuff back there, then they would have blurred it out.
Oh yeah,
like the Nothing Else Matters video from Metallica.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I like the piece of plastic wrap that's over like the upper left quadrant of the wall. When they look to the wall, and you'll notice that it's subdivided in quarters, and that upper left quadrant is covered in black like looks like a shower curtain of plastic.
Wow.
Yeah.
Behind everything, and so that stuff is like really archived. Like we're not even going to touch that shit. This stuff over here we can go, but that stuff over there is off limits.
I'll share a couple of the still shots I got from that video, there was some cool one. I mean,
you know what I'm talking about, John, right?
Stuff. Yeah. I don't know if I have a shot of that, but let me see what I can.
Thank you, Andrew. And then I think Cobra Kai just added something new to the Discord. From a few minutes ago.
From the shirtless shot. Thanks. The nudity.
It might be.
Great. I'm sure it's fantastic.
Wait a minute. Oh no. Oh no, it's not that. It's not that. Oh, this is funny. Michael Smith, you're gonna have to do another run, man. Where is it? There it is.
Oh Jesus.
You see the difference?
Yeah. That's right. He probably told you last night. He's like, son of a bitch. That's really funny.
Yeah.
I gotta shave now.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You're gonna have to do another shirt now, man.
Yes, that's right.
Thank you, Cobra Kai, dude. Thank you for everything, man.
Cobra Kai is great, man. Those are
Yeah,
great.
yeah, amazing.
One minute.
Yes, Renus. That's some next level nerd shit right there.
The birds flying in the arena and live without a net. Really?
Oh, that's interesting. Never heard
John
that.
Biel.
Screenshots, John.
I can't believe John Biel didn't notice that.
Really? I know.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't turn to the camera and say, "You guys haven't seen that?"
Come on, guys.
It sounds
Get on the trolley.
it sounds like somebody has had most of his off-camera time occupied in other endeavors.
No, I'm sending you guys pictures with of the archive on the you can,
Huh?
some of the pictures I got
Sending?
from yeah, on the message.
Yeah, they're on the
think
messenger.
I sent them. There you go. The Rude, I mean, he's got the Rude guitar taken apart, which was kind of cool. His guitar archive, his guitar room.
You can see in that second picture where he's in the third picture down where he's got his head turned. Look to the left hand corner. There's a piece of plastic that's covering an entire quadrant of tapes.
Johnny, can you share that?
Thanks, Amanda. I guess a woman would know.
Welcome everybody that's here. We have 92 watching.
92 5150s?
Yeah.
Look at all the people here tonight.
We have
Okay.
a guitar question. Holy
Oh, good.
boys.
No way.
Well, first off, Rena says, check out after Eddie is soloing on the Steinberger, right when he changed guitars.
After at what point? Because he changed from the Steinberger to the 5150 at 2 points, didn't he? Edward, he played the Steinberger
I
at two
can't believe-
different parts of Live Without a Net.
No,
it
he's
was
talking
in
about
approximately 2 minutes and 48 seconds. in frame number 11 of the film.
during 55.
Oh, good. Okay.
Please talk like that.
I didn't expect any of you laymen to understand those phrases.
Read Riley Morgan's question or comment.
What, in nerd voice?
Yes.
7/8, I've ordered the MXR 10-band EQ. Do you have any experience with this pedal?
It's almost Stewie. It's almost
Doing it to Stewie.
Oh, that's funny, man.
if Jay
was the
bangs
question?
back some more edibles, he's just gonna peek at that, and I'm just gonna do that all night long.
Yeah.
What was your question again?
He's too busy laughing at the.
There you go.
Look how cool that is. And look, there's on the right, that looks like a Farrington. Do you see that? The
Yeah, a little
acoustic
bit.
guitar facing the other way.
Yeah.
The Squire
More next level
practice
nerd
amp.
shit.
I guess I should answer that question, shouldn't I? No, I have
you might
no,
wanna.
I have
The
no
Oberheim
experience with
controller?
that pedal. Anybody else? MXR 10 band EQ?
had
No,
my
I would
MXR
assume
bass pedal, which is cool.
EQ is EQ is EQ. You know.
Well, the 10 band you can really, cut out
Yeah.
certain.
This is if you don't have a bass amp and you want to listen to it, it's a good.
I've always
pedal.
Sans amp.
No,
Yeah,
it's the
Sans
MXR.
amp,
But it's kind of like a Sans amp, yeah, pretty much.
I've always
Good
found
direct
anything
box.
MXR is good. Anything MXR makes is pretty good.
Yeah, I like it.
You know, they
Yeah.
don't make any garbage.
Everything. Everything all the way back to the 70s. It's all
Yeah, yeah.
amazing.
Yeah,
Well-
you can't really go wrong with it. Some of it's small, obviously, and
Wait a second. How do you? No, Joe.
The
Well,
EQ
Kenny Dave
is-
said those MXR EQs are great. KXM Rock says I got an MXR EQ 10 band. I use it every time I fire it up.
fired
good
up.
way to shape your sound if you want to, really to notch out different frequencies. It's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
Michael.
Is that the
All right. Yeah. See you next time, Michael. Yeah, he said he can't be here. But there's somebody else here though. Hey.
Oh, I've heard of that guy. Look
Check
at what
one,
he's,
two.
look at everyone
Wait,
but
wait.
Michael with the shirts.
Yeah.
Who's that microphone pointed at? Anyway,
Yeah, watch out for that thing.
he's like, hey guys, what are you up to?
I never really noticed the
Just a
the
prop.
length of Caleb's neck before.
Definitely long.
Yeah, I've never really noticed it before until the Cobra Kai shirt came out.
How's it going?
What? His neck's not even on the shirt.
Everybody's neck is on it. Yeah.
No, I mean his actual neck, Jay.
The shirt is
Oh.
accentuating it.
Now I get
Yeah,
you.
the shirt. See the way. See where the shirt begins on all of us. Look at how much distance between the bottom of your chin and the shirt is. Now look at the I-10.
But
That thing is.
his camera is like, I mean, I know he's got a long neck anyway, but I'm saying,
Yes.
you know,
Wow. Good content.
no, you should be like, what about now, guys?
All right. Good to so we're talking about
You sound good, Caleb. You sound good.
Yeah, sounds good. A little low.
Huh? No. Yeah.
Look at my
Can-
neck.
Do you have more gain?
more volume.
Yeah.
More tone.
Check
more
1, 2.
volume in the headphones.
Volume in the headphones, please.
What last I
How about a
heard,
little more volume, John? A little more volume.
you guys were talking about favorite tone era
Tune.
album.
Tone.
Yeah.
Tone. What's your
Favorite
favorite tone?
Tone talk.
Oh no.
Tone suck.
Oh.
Wah, wah. Tone.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's exactly who Caleb reminds me of. Stork from Animal House.
Oh, cool. All right. This,
I don't remember
great
that
show.
character.
Great show so
Yeah.
far.
Caleb comes in and
Fucking
like,
show
hey,
up and I get ragged on.
Caleb,
Okay,
that's great.
I'll start
No one's
working
ragging
mine.
on you.
I'll start working on mine. All right. So yeah,
How are you, Caleb?
so Hagar.
diver down and balance.
I knew it was diver down.
Yeah.
I knew you when we talk on the phone about,
Yeah,
you know, that type of stuff. You're like,
I'm in the minority, but
That's no secret.
that album just sounds awesome. You're in the room with them. Where else would you want to be?
that's the thing. It's like you can't really, you know, everybody has their own opinion and personal preference and taste and stuff. But with Eddie's tone, I can't do it. I mean, there's no like wrong answer except for Van Halen 3
Yeah.
and Different Kind of Truth. Sorry.
Oh.
By the way, has anyone other than
True.
me attempted to listen to 27 on the satellite? And is anyone else as embarrassed as I was when I heard Vernon Reid claim that Spanish Fly was on 1984?
Oh no.
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
a few mistakes with tributes in the past couple of weeks. You know.
Yeah, Vernon Reid was talking about how that was one of his favorite pieces of Eddie music, which was this little flamenco thing that Eddie does called Spanish Fly on 1984. I was like, oh, missed it by 6 years.
Yeah, there was a top 10 list that said Everybody Wants Some was on Fair Warning.
It's the first thing I thought of when this happened was, oh, now everyone's in our room, you know, like,
Yeah.
and it's gonna, no one's gonna know.
Is Caleb gone?
I don't know. That was weird, wasn't it?
Sorry.
He's not.
Yeah, your
Your lips aren't moving.
yeah, you get a little
Sorry.
video stutter.
Oh,
Sorry.
is Caleb like another 2 minutes behind?
Yes.
Remember last week?
Yeah, there's a
Yeah, I
little
think
bit of
he's
lag.
way behind. It's all good. We can hear you, Caleb. We can hear you live. Your video is just about like 30 seconds to several minutes behind.
And
'Cause you haven't-
Sebastian Bach.
you
was
haven't said a
embarrassing,
word
too.
in a while.
What did Sebastian say?
Sebastian was drunk,
Oh, that's
clearly drunk, and slurring and just talking about how great Van Halen was, and the majesty of Eddie Van Halen, and he just
Wow.
kept going on and
Nice
on.
impression.
So I just want to say that when Skid Row was opening for Van Halen, I'm like, oh Christ, shut up, enough, get to the fucking song.
That's like from the Rush. Was it Beyond the Lighted Stage? The interview, when the interview clips with him. He was just like that.
Scott Ian was
Great
great.
impression.
Yeah, thanks. Scott Ian was great. Vernon Reid was disjointed and haphazard at best. Tom Morello was clearly edited in segments, but at least was eloquent and was probably the best curator
Knowledgeable
of
about it.
of what went into it, because obviously he's a guitar player, so he was able to make those guitar techniques and tones palatable for the audience because he understands how to tell a story. Chris Jericho was all right too. He was pretty good because he's obviously a huge fan.
How was Skolnick? I saw that Skolnick did a.
I didn't
did
listen to the
as
whole
well.
one that Skolnick has done, but the ones that and a lot of people are right. Way too much Van Halen 3, and I heard "Don't Tell Me" 3 times in a matter of 18
wow.
hours.
Well, I told
whatever.
you,
Well, that's
I told
18
you
hours.
I heard a beautiful girl. My wife actually. She left yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, I guess it was yesterday. Now Friday
Oh,
morning.
sorry about that, dude.
She left. What? What happened?
Your wife left.
Oh, my wife, Jeannie left me. What's so funny, John? No, she
Nothing.
left at like I don't know, 11:30 or 12 o'clock or something, and she got back in the car to come home. About an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours later. Beautiful Girls was on when she got out of the car. Beautiful Girls was on when she got into the car. And I'm like, really? They don't have enough of a library, enough of a catalog where you don't have to play the same song twice in 2 hours.
Well, you can tell they hit shuffle because you'll hear something like Sunday Afternoon in the Park, and then it doesn't go into One Foot Out the Door. You know what I mean? Or you'll hear 316 and it doesn't go in. It's clearly they hit shuffle and whatever track comes up, and you'll get Little Guitar's intro without little guitars.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just
That shouldn't happen. That
You
should
rubbed
never
shoulders
happen.
up.
Tora,
Really
Tora,
gotten.
and loss of control.
no
hasn't
loss
come.
of control.
Yeah. Let's think of all the double
84,
songs they had.
84 going into
84 and Jump. Yeah.
Yep, they don't do that. It'll be 84, and then a piece of imaging that tells what imaging is a thing that says the Van Halen tribute channel on Sirius XM, and then they go into another song. And it's just it's just sloppily done. And Caleb's right. Now they're in our room. The problem is when you're going to do, and I posted about this on Facebook last week when it first started. They first started doing the tribute show. They're also playing single edits. So they're cutting out like half of the song. They're cutting out half of Hot for Teacher, and they're cutting out half of Drop Dead Legs, and you know what I mean? And it's like,
Don't tell me
stuff from
the only one solo and don't tell me.
Yes, that's nope, that shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
Nope.
So that's you're talking
the
about
second
paying
one.
Not on
tribute
my
to
watch.
something.
Yeah, like when it jumps to the second solo and you're like, what? Wait, what?
Yeah.
What happened? Wait a minute.
It's so noticeable when you hear that. Yeah. Because it's
What I
And
did
it's a
hear-
short intro too.
But I did hear it was Put Out the Lights or Don't Leave Me Alone. I did hear them. They started playing some of the old demos, which I thought was interesting.
Cobra Kai with the jerk.
Oh yeah,
Yep. Look at that.
nice call.
I had to read it twice. I was like, wait a minute, what? Oh, okay. All I
And my
need is this remote control.
And my faithful dog Shithead leading the way. I love the part where he goes, and this, I need this, but I don't need anything else. Johnny doesn't get that because he's never seen the movie.
No, I don't know what that is.
I saw it when I was like 9, so it was hard to get when you're 9.
Yes.
Yes.
Extremely hard to get.
Yeah.
Why are my parents laughing at this? You know.
Exactly.
So should we talk about the guitar thing that I noticed before I got on here?
Yeah, definitely.
So Caleb, you're the obviously the most proficient and in my opinion the best guitar player on this panel right now.
Stop
You
that.
fucking asshole. That's not nice.
I'm frozen.
Sorry, Paul. What?
Here.
I'm frozen. So I never noticed. Now you might have said, "Yeah, you idiot." I never noticed up until today or an hour ago.
I was
An hour ago.
today years old.
Yeah.
That was yesterday for you.
What's the first note that Eddie plays after the intro to Mean Street? What's the first?
Eh.
Yeah.
Let's just.
Oh, look,
find out.
an EVH Frankie guitar,
Wow.
conveniently placed within camera's eye.
It's a bar C without the bass.
That means nothing to Jay.
So an A shape and move it up to the 5th fret.
Dude, I've been playing it. Not that I play it. Let's get that straight. But I was always like, I just thought it was, 5th fret on the G string. But I had it on before. I was actually watching a reaction video to Mean Street by Van Halen. I don't know about you guys. I love watching that stuff because you get to experience somebody listening to it
Yeah, I like
for the
this.
first time, and you just see the joy, and you're like, man, don't we all wish we could hear music for the first time again? But I always just thought it was like, that.
Oh,
And then I was like, wait a minute. It's right there. I'm like, oh my God, I'm such a fool. But I think I've seen people play it with just the single, the
fake.
are you tuned to half step down?
Yeah, it's the same shape as I'm the One. So it's the same thing. So it's that chord.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm an idiot.
And I play it a step
No, you're
down
not.
on one string.
Yeah.
I'm playing it completely wrong.
Hey, no shortcuts here, Paul. No shortcuts.
The verse is
Yeah.
so yeah, no, it's a chord. It's a you
Man.
hammer on that
Well, Jay, now you got to play the intro and then go into it.
Oh God.
yeah, you can play the intro. I can't. But you know what? I've told myself he's dead. I'm gonna fucking learn that. So I'm gonna learn that.
There's this thing called Skype. I gave one of our buddies intro to Mean Street guitar lesson. That was pretty fun.
It's funny. The last show we did, we finally played Mean Streets, and I don't know the whole thing, but I do know the first part.
Yeah.
Well, somebody was commenting that they heard Nuno Bettencourt cover it, and he skipped the intro. I don't know. I don't remember what it was in reference to, but he covered it and he didn't play the intro.
So the guys were like, to do the intro, and I go, I don't know the intro. I only know this part. So Hal said, all right, I'll cut you off, and I'll tell you, screw that shit. Let's just get into the song.
Nice. There's a professional.
He goes, we don't have time for that. Let's go get into the song.
That's
Say,
Hal
you can do it. Caleb
We'll
can do
fix
it.
in the mix.
Yep.
It's like what sitcom was that back in the day where somebody did the national anthem like a baseball game, and they're like, I can't hit that high note. And then somebody either gave them the idea or whatever that like, well, pretend the mic goes out during that note. Like singing the
That's
national anthem. The note comes in and they pretend like the mic went out.
Right.
That's
Like,
what you do as a singer. That's what you do when you forget the words.
Yeah.
If you're a singer and you've got the microphone in front of you and you don't know the words of the song, you just go.
I forgot the words, man.
That's the typical. The mic. Obviously, you look at the mic and go like that, and yeah, it's obviously the mic's fault. It's not you.
Oh yeah, definitely. Or the
Yeah.
stagehand's fault.
I would have loved to have been there that first night that he forgot the words, because he did. And then when he said it, the crowd went crazy and they all looked at each other. That's gold.
Yep.
And then he just did it every time from after that. So.
And then I could picture Eddie there the second time he did it. He just did that last night. It's fucking
right.
Are you trying to tell me that the Worcester Centrum wasn't the loudest crowd that Van Halen had ever played to?
You people are out of your fucking minds, man.
You can cuss, dude.
I'm keeping it clean. It's all good.
I thought Dave was being honest. He doesn't just say that in every show. Yes, he does. Every band does.
Yeah, and into his solo career and into 2015.
You know how every night Dave would say, don't squirt water at me or I'm going to fuck your girlfriend after the show. Like he'd say that every night, even though someone wasn't squirting water at him. He would just say it.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny. At the US Festival, I was watching the video, and obviously it's not, the best of qualities. But during that part, I kept watching it back, saying, can I see anybody squirting water at him?
No.
I remember one of the ad libs was one of the ad libs was like, you guys make Providence, Rhode Island sound like Pakistan. I'm like, wait a minute, that's not a good analogy. Like there are bombs and shit going off in Pakistan. Like Pakistan is a very unstable place that probably has a shitload of unrest. So you're saying Providence was better than we were, or louder, or more out of control than we are?
That's a dangerous thing to say. Yeah.
When and if we do a bigger show where there's actually like a pit of crazy people, I want Hal to say, hey, don't squirt water at me, man, or I'm going to tutor your girlfriend after the show.
There you go.
I'm going to reformat your hard drive, pal.
Oh, man.
You can have that one for free.
I'm going to lock myself in your girlfriend's locker.
Yeah. Don't be squirting water at me, or I'm going to say something about it, and you'll give me a wedgie after the show.
Good. All right. That's right.
Tell my mom.
I'm going to tell my mom.
That's a good one, too, yeah.
See, and Hal can already have one over on Roth. He thought he has more material to use instead of just repeating the same line.
Yep.
Metal riffs and fun thrash. Is that the third name he's had now? Has he changed it again, or is it the same as it was a couple weeks ago?
No, I think he's been thrash metal and fun riffs for a long time.
Yeah,
he just changed it. Right? He's rearranging the order, kind of like Running with the Devil on Best of Volume 1.
Kind of like Yoda.
YODAO. What is the Weird Al version? I actually prefer the Weird Al.
Yoda.
You're so high you fucked up spelling Yoda.
Yeah, God. How does what is it? What is Homer Simpson's? My something has a first. What is he? How does he say it?
My baloney has it. No, what is it? I know.
He says something.
The Oscar Mayer Wiener song?
I don't know. I thought he said something.
Does he just sing the Oscar Mayer song?
I don't know what I'm doing here.
My baloney has a first name. It's Homer.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. I think so.
I forget, man. I'm losing it.
I forgot the fucking words.
Oh, fuck.
Wow.
What else?
Rico,
Anybody?
We've got 2 hours and 9 minutes to fill.
So
I love you, Pepsi.
So
I
Paul
love you,
is
Pepsi.
the first one to actually purchase a Van Halen guitar post Edward. Congratulations! It sounds like you got away clean.
Yeah, I didn't really purchase it so much as I traded back to get it back.
Oh,
Good to have friends. Yeah.
Yeah,
good.
here's what happened was it was about a year ago. I traded away. I had 2 PV Wolfgangs, and I had a Trans Amber with a nice flame top and a black patent pending. So I held on to the patent pending and said, all right, I'll get rid of this. I don't want 2 of them. I don't need 2 of them. And I traded it away for a Grover Jackson Green Meanie, of which there are only 36 in the world. So I thought, all right, well, that seems like I'm giving up a really great guitar, but I'm getting a very rare guitar in trade. And earlier today I was playing the patent pending, and I'm like, wow, I really missed that old Trans Amber, which actually happened to have been built on my birthday in 1999. So I'm like, I'll reach out to Dane over at Zim's Guitars and see if, I'd say, hey man, if you ever decide to sell that guitar, because he had it at home. So if you ever decide to sell that guitar, let me know. And he goes, man, I'll sell it back to you. I went, all right, cool. And he goes, or if you want to trade something, or if you want to do trade in money, like I really like, because he likes to trade guitars like we all do. So I said, sure, I'll trade you a guitar. What do you want? And we went back and forth, and I offered him up one of my Ibanez Gems or a Universe 7-string. And he goes, oh, I'd really like a 7-string. So I brought him a Gem and a 7-string, and he went back and forth for about a half hour figuring out which one he wanted. And he decided he wanted this Universe 7-string and a couple $100 in cash in exchange for my Wolfgang back. And I happily did that because I appreciate him being able to give it back to me without gouging me, because those Wolfgangs now, a Wolfgang that you 3 months ago would have cost you $1,500 is now $4,500 on the market. It's ridiculous, the markup.
Man. Nuts.
Man.
The prices will come down, but they're not going to go down to where they were.
No,
No,
they're going to go like half.
Yeah, yeah, I know, man.
you'll still pay $2,500 now for a guitar that used to be $1,400.
Yeah. Yeah, and those EBMMs are just forget it now.
Oh, God.
As soon as he died, I'm like, oh, that's it.
Remember what we said a couple weeks ago?
I'll never have one of those back.
That one was up there for, what was it, $6,000 or something, or $5,000?
Yeah.
There's a pink one up. There was a pink one up for like $5,900.
Yeah, we were all well, not me, because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but everybody's like, oh man, that's overpriced. Not anymore.
Yeah.
Well, I showed you guys. I sent you guys the one that was signed.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That's a patent pending.
Was that a PV? Or
yeah.
which one was that? Yeah, that was a PV.
Yeah. A PV patent pending tobacco burst signed by all 4 members. I know the guy that's selling it. And he actually offered that same guitar to somebody else for 10G. He's got it on offer up for $50,000.
Dude. Yeah, Renus, I bet the Axis are going up too. Like it.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, it's across the board. So
The only thing that
Which
really
is interesting.
ticked me off was that it wasn't told to us straight across the board.
right. Right.
What's interesting, though, is that, obviously the Axis and the HP2 are not associated with Eddie, but they get caught in the vapor trail. And people jump on them anyway. And look, the market is what the market is. It's whatever the value is, whatever people are willing to pay.
Yeah.
What more do you want?
I like my mom,
What more do you want?
but not your dad.
What more do you want?
What was that one interview we saw where someone like just sort of sneaks in a door and it's like some sort of after party? Remember that one? And they grab Ed out. It's an Australian guy, right?
Jason
and
McNamara?
Ed put like lipstick on him. Did you see that one?
No.
Puts lipstick on the interviewer.
Yeah. That one that just came out. That was
I think
yeah.
it was at the Guitar Center after party or something or something. I don't know, but it's pretty funny, and it's a pretty cool interview with Ed, and there's one part of it where he says something and then he goes, "What more do you want?" And it's the exact same way he says it in Leash. It's like the same thing.
So to speak, too. So to speak, it was a classic. Him and Al always said that a lot.
Yep.
So to speak.
I still want to know what Al's going to do if he's done playing. If he decides to
Did you read
hook up with
Lukather's
another.
thing?
No, not recently. No.
Yeah, Lukather had a good one. Lukather's worried about him because he doesn't think he's going to play with anybody else because it's the only person he's ever played with.
Yeah, I mean we talked about it before you jumped on, which it was the signature sound of Van Halen was the combination of the two, and I was saying that I think that no matter who Alex Van Halen were to play with, you would know it's Alex Van Halen.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Alex was as signature a sound as Ed.
Yep. That's what I was saying earlier.
In fact, you could figure out a Van Halen song quicker just by hearing the snare drum than by hearing the guitar in a lot of cases.
Yep. Yeah, because anybody can approximate that guitar tone,
Yeah.
just ask Vito Bratta. You can approximate that tone, but you can't approximate the attack of that the way Alex hits a snare.
No, and I remember exactly that happening when I first heard Pound Cake on the radio.
Yep.
You know, talking 3 years after OU 812, no Van Halen no new Van Halen on the radio, nothing, and then and you're like, what the hell is that? And then you hear that drum,
big ass drums come in,
and then that's it. You're like, oh, here they are.
I know who that is.
I didn't know. Like, no one said this is the new Van Halen. I just heard that song come on the radio. And
I love it when in that part in Drop Dead Legs, the drum part after the first verse, and it goes You're like, oh, because there's that swing, that extra. It's not perfectly syncopated. There's like a half measure, like a hesitation, and when he catches that, you're like, it's beautiful, and that's that signature we're talking about.
Right, and a lot of Eddie's swing comes from his brother.
Yeah,
the swing is usually in the rhythm, in the beat, and not in the.
Yeah, he's never playing to the bass. He's always playing Al.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because that's all they did. The two of them.
Well, look at in my opinion, I think live it's even. Well, I guess I'll say on the 5150, well, live out of net. A lot of times Eddie comes in and he'll actually slow Al down. Like, you know, there'll be a part, like especially like the song 5150, after the first break or the solo and stuff, when they go back into the main, you know, the dan back into that, like Alex is floating with the hi-hat.
Oh yeah.
And Eddie's like, no. And
Eddie,
you can hear Alex kind of cut back on it.
Eddie used to complain in interviews that Al would speed up all the time, and that they would go back and forth with the tempos like that. It'd be cool to see like a tempo map of you know, Live Without a Net or something like that.
Oh God. Well, I prefer
Get on it now.
You can blame Peru for that.
Yeah, man.
So I prefer certain songs, like especially One Way to Rock, man. On that video, dude, the tempo of that is just full of energy. Doesn't sound too fast. It has that live energy to it, obviously. But like when they play it, well, yeah, the adrenaline is exactly. But like later tours when they play it, it's a lot slower and doesn't have that same kick, man. Like, yeah, man, look at those guys.
The version from Sammy's birthday bash, that's the only one I saw that they released from his upcoming or his present happening.
They crank through it on the Dallas Free Show too. They're going pretty quick.
Yeah, that song has a certain energy that
they're trying not to get arrested at that show.
Yeah.
Let's get through this.
Yeah.
Wow, that would have been cool to be at.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There's a cool interview too that came out sometime back, like footage of them doing like a press conference like before that show.
The Dallas show?
Yeah.
Anyone in the chat see the Dallas show? Yeah, that was one of the, I think the second bootleg video I ever got was the video.
First time I ever saw Eddie with a beard.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good look. That was a great example of the band, like we were talking about earlier, where Johnny was talking about how a band being aware of what was going on around them. Van Halen adapting. Instead of being a pioneer, they sort of tried to fit in with what everybody was doing.
He was wearing a flannel too, wasn't he?
A little more flannel, yeah. I got the flannel going, and the loose fitting shirts and the beard, and it was
kind of full circle for them. It was full circle because they were wearing that look back in '74 when David Lee Roth discovered them. You know, like that's the look that the Van Halen brothers had, was flannels and jeans. So.
Mm-hmm. And when I first saw Van Halen in '88, when I saw him live, Eddie had a beard on 812.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was pretty cool.
It's amazing to look how bloated he was in the '95 tour. Like if you look at that Toronto pay-per-view, how thick Eddie is in here, knowing how small he is.
Well, and then look at the '97 interview where he's all really like skinny, like
really gaunt and shit.
Gaunt, yeah.
Yeah, no, there's a couple of. I mean, Eddie, when you go through the years of his looks, we talk about Eddie's guitar sound. Look at the way he looked, the changes in his appearance over the years. Toward the end, on the obviously on the 15 tour and stuff like that, it seemed like he had become an elder statesman, a little more kind comfortable
Yeah,
in his
he had
age.
he had a good look with the the 12 and the 15. He was holding on to his youth into 07 and then in 08.
Yeah, I mean, with
He's
the
been dyeing his hair.
kabuki
He's
thing
been-
was.
He's been dyeing his hair since the year 2000. So pretty much finally gave up on that on the 15 tour. So
And the kabuki thing, as much as I liked seeing, Eddie with the long hair again after the 95 tour, it just, that all came
the samurai.
the samurai thing, but it came with a very unhealthy look around it. I mean, his face, he looked older. He looked older in that period than he did in the last photograph that we saw of him.
Yeah.
With the black and white replica. I mean, he looked healthier when he was unhealthy than he did when he was in remission.
Yeah.
Dark
times. That was a bad time.
The worst.
Yeah.
So,
but
if you look,
he did make it through it.
Right. If you look at that time, I was like, wow, I don't know how much more time we have with him. And that was
I felt the same way.
And I didn't go see that tour just because of what I was seeing.
Yeah, me neither. I didn't. I considered it, but I heard.
I saw them. I actually have the 2 Worcester shows from 2004 on disc. Somebody sent me the discs of them. They're not board mixes; they're crowd mixes, and they were not very good. And then obviously Tucson here is the legendary Meltdown show.
Was that the last date of that tour?
Yep.
Yeah.
Good. His Green Wolf Gang.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a big legend here. Tucson is about 100, little over 100 miles south of Phoenix. But everybody, it's almost like being at the US Festival. Even if you weren't there, people tell you they were there. And people will be like, yeah, man, I saw that show in 2004. No, you didn't. The place only held like 15,000 people and there were only like 9,000 there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't want to go. I didn't want to see it. Hard to watch.
It was hard to watch in 2007 too.
Yes. And I saw, and it was hit and miss because I saw November 20th, 07 at Staples Center. Pretty good show. Couldn't really tell if there was anything going wrong with him. So, they made it through. Probably because they just played Los Angeles. That was their first show with David Lee Roth, in Los Angeles since 1984. So he probably
I don't know where my
took it easy.
Early in that 07 tour. Yeah. Early in the 07 tour, he was.
Well, all throughout the 07 tour into February 08.
Right.
It got worse by December because November 20th, I saw the Staples Center tour. Pretty good. Then I saw Fresno on the 29th of November.
What was the one where
from the 5th row, and it was amazing. And small town, great crowd, just a great show. And then a couple weeks later, I saw Anaheim, and it's the worst I'd ever seen him in my whole life. Wow. And it was so sad.
Which was the one where he was yelling at his monitor guy, and he starts moving the monitors across the stage? I don't remember.
Might be New York.
It was on the 07. It might have been New York. Yeah.
I think I told you the story about Kansas City. That was the one where Dave lost his shit backstage because his cottage cheese wasn't at the right temperature.
Oh.
So and that was where it literally.
Well, in his defense, you got to have cottage cheese at the right temperature.
They had their dressing rooms were in 4 different corners of the building.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? Yeah.
So Dave's was at one end and Eddie's was at the other. I mean, they literally were in 4 different corners. And Dave, apparently, according to the people I know that worked at the Sprint Center in Kansas City, Dave was being a complete cock the whole day. Shocking. And then his cottage cheese wasn't at the right temperature, so he fucking threw a bitch fit backstage. On stage, I think I told this story where they get up next to each other and Dave is still being Dave, doing his politicking, and he gets up right next to Eddie. And at that same time, the picture of them is on the Diamond Vision. So everybody in the arena can see this exchange where Dave walks up to Eddie and he's like trying to be Dave. And Eddie turns and looks at him and goes, "Get the fuck away from me, asshole."
Wow.
And it was like, ooh, like everybody, It was so, because it was on the Diamond Vision. So you could absolutely read. What?
Is that on YouTube? Is that on YouTube?
It might be. And then during something that Eddie was doing, he kept fucking with the plug in his guitar. He couldn't get it plugged in,
Yeah.
or he stepped on it and it came out, and he was clearly messed up.
Was he using that extension at that point?
Yes, the big long thing out of the back of the guitar. And he kept fucking with it during his solo. I mean, he really was a nightmare.
He didn't have that on 07 though. He didn't have the extension.
There wasn't not the long one from 98, but there was a chord.
Yeah, no, he was corded. Like that show would have been I mean, it was a great show, but it would have been so much better if he went wireless, because
what was I mean, I know we've talked about this before.
He never walked the ramp, you know, and he could have gone everywhere on that stage, and he didn't. And even, in fact, there was a weird thing, like I don't know, a month in or a few weeks in, he moved from stage left to like left center, like he needed to be closer to the middle, you know, be closer to Al maybe or something. But
he wasn't at this show. The only one that moved anywhere was Dave. Wolfie stayed in his little area. It was like the ego ramp. He was only allowed to go 2/3 down the ego ramp, and then back over to his side. And Dave was the only one that went everywhere.
Right, but his whole, you know, mic stand and pedal board migrated to left center instead of full left.
Yeah,
he moved into the middle, and I think it might have had something to do with the monitor issue or whatever, but it was really awkward looking.
I think my show was in August. I'm trying to find the ticket stub. I got it here somewhere.
On 07?
I think so, yeah.
No, they didn't start till the end of September.
All right, well, let me look.
So what was the purpose of him going wired versus
By the way, Kansas City is probably
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. It was October.
Yeah.
Rocktober.
That's where Wolfgang met his girlfriend.
Rothtober?
Yeah, exactly.
Did you say?
October 26th.
I didn't say that.
Rothtober? You said Rocktober.
I did say Rocktober.
But his birthday is in October, isn't it? So it should be Rothtober.
Rothtober.
You guys heard it here first.
October.
Everybody knows Roth's going to be on CBS This Morning tomorrow.
Yeah,
but that was taped a while ago, though.
Yeah, it's going to be awkward.
Yeah.
I saw the clip. There's a clip of it.
Taped before it was taped.
It's about his painting.
For a few weeks ago.
He's got into some serious painting.
Yeah, those shows are done like way in advance.
Yeah.
Hey, Kurt.
Right back.
Good to see you, Kurt Jeffries. Man, dude.
Bring him in.
Kurt's been checking in quite a bit.
Bring Kurt in.
Yeah, man.
It's late where Kurt is.
Oh, come on in, Kurt. Let's talk.
It's late where I am.
Got questions.
Kurt, we'll have to plan something again, man. It's been like 4 years since you were on with us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I entered that contest even though I wasn't old enough.
I wasn't even a fan yet, and I still entered.
I remember entering, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm 14. Fuck it, I'm gonna go party with Van Halen."
Wow. Well, I know last night you had another contest winner. What other contests were there? That wasn't there one for Carnal Knowledge Tour or
Monsters of Rock?
Monsters of Rock.
There was the Monsters of Rock one.
The chick who won, who went and danced on stage.
Oh yeah, that's right. There was a clip of that.
They picked somebody who couldn't play an instrument. Good job.
Man. Yeah, like I said though, yeah. Kurt Jeffries. He's definitely Kurt, if you can hear me, man. Yeah, well,
one of the lucky ones.
You're one of the luckiest Van Halen fans on the planet, and then my friend Michael as well.
Yes.
Yeah, you know,
great show last night.
Great interview, by the way.
Who got to, Eddie gave him a guitar. He got to see Eddie at NAMM, every year.
It's a bummer he never got it signed.
Yeah,
What's
man.
up with the Floyd Rose on that? It looks like
he tried. It's a regular Floyd Rose.
That's a whale.
Looks like whale tail. That's why it's extended on the.
Oh, is it?
It looks longer. I don't know. That's just me. I'm sure. It looked like the back where the fine tuners are.
Longer?
I wish we still had an expert on the show to tell us. I don't know where he went.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my good
Wow.
man, Cuda.
wow. Right? He lives.
He's
and
been
Eddie dies.
backtracking for days.
That guy lives and Eddie dies. Unbelievable. Life ain't fair, folks.
Man.
Life ain't fair. And I don't buy his thing. Like, I didn't know he died.
No, I know that's ridiculous.
What a bunch of shit. But whatever.
Who even knows if he even runs his own Twitter, that guy? You know?
Well, he could have blamed somebody then. Whoops.
Yeah. Yeah.
The problem wasn't the first response. The problem was Jimmy is the only guy that changed guitar. That was the fucking problem.
Right.
The meh is, you know, obviously we take it as an offense, but we all know that meh is, I don't really care. Which is enough. But when he came back and did the whole, look, you know, there was Jimmy and nobody else has really done anything for guitar. That's clearly an indictment and evisceration of Eddie Van Halen's contribution to music by a guy who was never as successful as a solo artist as he was with Neil Young and the guys. So it's, you know, those guys, the hippies, Van Halen is the antithesis of everything they stood for. Van Halen is the kind of music that wiped them off the map.
Yeah.
That mid 70s sort of folk rock California hippie shit was exactly the other side of what Van Halen was. Van Halen was punk meets hard rock meets metal and made those guys look that much older and irrelevant. Sort of in the same way.
Everybody, the reason Van Halen is Van Halen other than the music is the vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Van Halen had a vibe nobody else had or thought of having or could pull off if they wanted it.
And didn't take themselves too seriously.
Exactly. Could you imagine a band being that good and they don't take themselves seriously? That makes them 1,000 times
except
better.
for Dave.
No, but you know what I mean. I mean,
yes,
all of those
Dave's
bands,
act was, I'm not taking this seriously. It was all an act.
Even all of the bands that played Woodstock with Crosby, Stills, and Nash, even all of those bands took their shit too seriously. Even Hendrix, when he was on stage, didn't look like he was having fun. I mean, he was clearly giving a performance, but Crosby, Stills, and Nash and all those artists at the time were preaching to the masses. We are, you know, the givers of this great art. And Van Halen was like, hey man, you know, we're what's going on in between the periods of a hockey game.
Yeah, who threw that on stage? Let's smoke that. I mean, who else thought of shit like that? You know, like that's.
And I think that's what bothered them more. Well, Jay's certainly thinking about it.
Dude, that was. I'm gonna rewatch this show just for that.
Why?
Jay, you got a new workbench over there?
Just that comment. Hey, who threw that on stage? Let's smoke it.
And let's smoke it.
All right, hang on here. I got to sell a guitar. Rico B asks, "Hey Caleb, how does the Frankenstrat play versus EVH Stripe series? Is it worth the money?" Thanks. Thank you for your question, Rico.
This next 25 minutes brought to you by
EVH Gear, Fender Music Group. It's look. There's people that say that they're identical. The necks are identical to the Stripe series. I don't think so. But no, this is worth it. This guitar feels awesome as soon as you pick it up, and then it sounds great. And you know, the coolest thing about for me playing this guitar, when I look down, there's something really weird about looking down at this guitar, because this is the reason I started playing guitar. So when I'm looking down at the guitar I'm playing and it looks like this, that's worth the money to me. Does that make any sense?
Worth the price of admission.
That's worth the price. And then on top of that, they made a great guitar. I don't think you've heard one bad thing about this guitar. I haven't heard anybody say anything bad about this guitar, except maybe the necks are coming dark. There's a fix for that. It's called steel wool. But other than that, it's incredible. They did an amazing job. You know,
Would have been
relicking-
cooler if they'd have put quarters on them.
Well, I think they wanted you to do that yourself, which I did. You know, they you know, obviously that's more overhead. That's a lot. And they're trying to bust
Sure.
these out. You know, they're mass
And try and find 10,000 1971 quarters.
yeah, you know, and then
They did that with the other one.
You know, there's things you can do to it to make it. You know,
Should have made their own commemorative quarter.
I fixed these stripes right here because they're purposely off on this guitar so they wouldn't match up with the $25,000 relic. And
how'd you fix them?
I just used black and white duct tape.
So he's genuine. What Caleb has done is add actual EVH mojo to a guitar that comes from the factory painted a certain way. And he's like, you know, now like when Eddie says in the interview with Chris Conley, he goes, man, if people saw this thing up close. Well, now when you look from far away, it looks perfect. But if you get up close, you go, is this duct tape? Did you put duct tape on this?
Yeah, you'd never know. I told you.
There's mine. I finished taping the 1/8-inch tapes tonight.
The answer is it's great. I love it. It's worth it. And I didn't like the red, black, and white stripe series, and even the art series, which I owned. I owned a red, black, and white art series, but I hated the fact that they had this paint job on a clean guitar with one pickup, with no routing and nothing. It just looked too clean. To have that paint job on it, it was awkward.
It looked wrong.
It looked wrong, and this looks.
I'm not getting rid of mine.
Hell no, you don't.
Don't. Those are great guitars. The art series guitars are some of the best guitars that EVH has ever.
It's a
produced.
Charvel custom shop guitar, so
It's fantastic guitar. So if you guys, anybody runs across one of those, pick up one of those. So
you're not going to be able to get them for $2,500 anymore.
Caleb, can I add to your review of the not review, but just your
Oh,
thoughts?
did you get yours, Jay?
Not yet, but
it's not.
I have a buddy, and you all know him. Please don't say his name. He's an endorsee of a guitar company. He got one of those, a Frankie, and he said, this is like what, 2 months ago he got it, I think, maybe something around there, right? About the same time as you guys.
Yeah, early mid-July or something.
Yeah, I think he got it like a week or so after you guys got it, a week or two. So anyway, he's like, dude, it's one of my favorite. It's like the guitar that I play the most ever since I got it now. And that says something right there. When this guy's getting,
and that
handmade guitars.
Yeah, that guy owns some really nice guitars.
Yes,
with the company he endorses with, and yeah,
he says the same thing that everybody that I've talked to that owns that guitar has said. The first thing they say, dude, the neck on this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the same thing, dude, the neck on this thing.
And that's hard to get a lot of different guitar players to say the same thing about a neck, because everybody has a different preference when it comes to a guitar neck. I don't care who you are, your hand just knows. And to have this many people, latch on to this neck and think it's that special says a lot about, what they did with this neck. It doesn't feel like another, EVH neck. Most EVH necks are rounder. There's like a rounder feel where your whole palm, is in contact constantly with the guitar. This, you're a little off it. And that makes a lot of people actually think that they can move quicker when there's room behind the neck and in between their hand and their neck and the neck. So, the answer is I would definitely consider getting one of these. Obviously because of what's happened in the world right now. But
they're still on on back order.
Yeah. Oh, and they're even farther now. So,
I can imagine. Yeah.
The irony that guitar was, his last release. It's kind of weird for me because it seems like, wow, he kind of gave us all his masterpiece.
That's one of the things we said during the tribute.
Yeah, right at the end, he gave us his masterpiece, and he made it affordable for us. Like none of us were going to get the 25 Gear, which is now a $75,000 guitar. So,
well, you guys know that oh man, I don't even know if I should. Yeah, whatever. I have somebody who works under the Fender umbrella, and he said, and we kind of knew this, that it was the most pre-ordered guitar in history. That's one thing. And he can't believe that they're able to sell them for that price. He's like, dude,
Right.
it's crazy.
which almost makes, I mean, I heard someone post somewhere that they thought like Eddie did that on purpose. Like he knew it was coming, and he kind of wanted to, give a gift.
Mm-hmm.
I thought
It's
that was an
interesting.
interesting take on it, that he made something that was worth a lot more affordable for everybody. And it is a Mexican guitar,
Yeah, it's a Mexican guitar.
but I absolutely love it. I was really scared because obviously EVH sent me the guitar, and I knew in that case that I was being expected to use it for Nerd Halen, most like as my number one. And I was really nervous because I have some really good guitars here that I built and had built. And I was really nervous that this was going to be way below the class of those guitars. And I would just be like, oh, I have to play this.
Yeah, you got to bring that guitar to every gig, even if you're only going to use it for one song. Like, oh God.
Right.
It's what though, but that the idea that the Mexican thing, the cork sniffing of where the guitar was made, I think we're getting past that now. Especially that the Charvel factory down in Mexico is putting out as good as guitars. There used to be a time when something made in a foreign land was actually had value. There was an exotic nature to it. And as they've said before in a lot of articles, you're more likely to have an actual guitar player building your guitar in the Mexican plant than you are in the Californian plant, even though more often than not, it's the same people. In Mexico, guitar is part of the culture, and 20% of the population of Mexico are actually guitar players.
Wow.
Whereas in California, it's not part of the culture unless you're a guitar player. So it's sort of, there's a craftsmanship and almost an embracing of what you're doing is part of the history of our nation and what we do, and they take a pride in it. And that's not always been the case, but I think Fender Mexico for a long time has been making really good guitars, and clearly Charvel is the cream of the crop down there, and that's where those EVH guitars are made.
Yeah.
Yeah. 5 years ago, I built a custom Tele, and I wanted to try all the Telecaster necks that I could, just to see if I could find one that I really liked. That was, the one I wanted to scan and get the measurements from, so I could have one of my own built with Warmoth. I was building a guitar with Warmoth, and I went down to True Tone and I tried like 20 Telecasters, and my favorite Telecaster was a Mexican Telecaster, and I was able to call. I called Fender with that number, and they gave me all the specs over the phone.
Wow.
With that serial number. Of all, and then I just copied the specs and ordered it from Warmoth.
That's what I need to do is figure out what neck I need to order for this. I was looking at Warmoth the other night.
Yeah, make sure you get the pocket first, right? So
well, it's a Fender Mexican. It's a Fender Mexican body, so it should be the standard Fender
2 3/4.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So,
Fruitcake.
but I need to order I need to order a neck. So 1-piece maple with flame on it, pretty much, right? Or bird's eye on the fretboard, right? I mean, I was looking through all the different necks. What's that? Well, I wanted.
That's like a $350 neck.
I know exactly. Yeah. So I mean, I could go the route of just a regular maple neck with the CBS headstock, and it's got to be a 1-piece back, to keep it authentic. No skunk stripe. And the
Stink stripe.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And the truss rod adjustment should be on the heel or on the at the body.
Warmouth has them in a weird place. They have them
in the back of the middle of the neck.
Right at the D string, right at the D key.
Have you showed that Telecaster, Caleb? Do you still have that? I don't remember seeing that telly.
It was cool.
Jay, the truss rod adjustment is at the tip of the headstock.
Yeah.
Then you can't say anything to me right now, and I'd laugh at it.
This is my other Warmouth build.
Robin.
This is where the truss rod adjustments right
Oh
here.
wow,
What?
that's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's on.
So there's
it's
a
on
gear then.
It's a curved crank there.
Yeah, so
Wow.
there's gonna be a gear,
Yeah.
and it's threaded.
Yep.
That's neat.
But
Pretty
you
cool.
can still get the standard, like the Fender style, with it at the bottom of the neck, right? I mean,
Yeah,
what was
they'll make
that? What
whatever
was
you
that
want.
called in the Warmouth? What exactly is the specs on that neck?
I think it was a modern, because
Mhm.
they have like 3 different kinds, like a vintage or something, and then vintage modern, and then modern or something. So
Right.
modern and only the modern. I think
The modern has it on the
comes with the
not
Floyd
on the
shelf.
headstock.
You can order the Floyd shelf. There's certain necks you can't order a Floyd
Right.
shelf on.
I don't want the Floyd.
What?
You don't want a Floyd? What?
Not on the 78.
Where's the boo button?
What? I should put a Floyd on this? And that's an extra step. I mean, to put a
love
Floyd on this,
Kill switch.
I would, but I have the hardware for the 78.
He's got the hardware, folks.
They got the hardware.
Wow.
Wow.
Speaking of kill switches, make sure you go to Tessie Switch.
Oh,
Speaking of kill switches, did you see the Chibson site? The kill. I was dying
Look at
laughing on it. It's just
there it is. I was supposed to call Rob from Tessie Switch Tuesday, and I haven't called him yet.
oh.
Yeah, he's probably thinking I'm an ass.
Ah,
Yeah.
gosh.
Rob, if you're watching, man, I'm sorry. I'll call you. I'll call you Rob.
He's eating too many brown M&Ms.
M&M.
Do you eat all the brown ones last or first?
Dude, I don't look. Remember the green ones when I was a kid? They had a commercial with the green ones. If you ate a green one before you got up to bat, you hit a home run.
Oh, when I grew up, they made girls horny.
Made your girls horny. Yeah.
What?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, green M&Ms made the girls horny.
That's a urban legend when I was growing up. Was that green?
Well, they
M&M.
had the baseball game when that
Made
was
girls horny.
Jay should be thankful he's in his house, because if we see the brown M&Ms in that jar, now we can fuck up his entire room.
Right. Trash it. Trash the place.
Jay, is that a new workbench behind you? Did you put, or has that always
Yeah,
been there?
I sent you guys the picture of it. Did you see it?
Nice. That's cool.
Well, I'll try to.
Oh,
Boy, look
Well,
at
here, let's-
hilarious.
look at how,
Jay's doing
how
setups.
glazed over Jay's eyes are.
Let's
Jay
show
doing
it.
setups.
Look
No,
at the
I'm not doing
glass.
setups. This is kind of just for obviously changing strings and because here's what I do.
That light is bright.
Guitar Whisperer 2.
No, no. Whenever I like change strings or adjust anything like that, I bring all my tools, my toolbox, the guitar downstairs, and I set it up either on one of our counters in the kitchen or on the dining room table. And I'm so lazy that even when I'm done, yeah. Even when I'm done doing what I have to do to the guitar, I leave like the mat out, all the tools around, guitar strings or whatever. And Jeannie for like 3-4 days is always like, Jason, can you get the stuff out of the kitchen? Yeah, it's cool.
Nice
If you're
workstation.
if you're a Sam's Club member, that's $200.
What if you're a part of the Roth Club, though?
Oh man.
That just happened.
Oh my God! It took me.
The good
so
news.
long.
The good news is if you go to Sam's Club and you buy that, Gary is there in the assembly department to build it
No,
for you.
Gary's in the clearance aisle.
Oh god.
Are you
That
are you
was
still
harsh.
trying to move that midge? Is that
what?
that made in Japan? Are you still trying to move that Wolfgang or no?
I don't know if I want to sell this one now because I just there's something that's going to be delivered somewhere soon. But I finally sold. It looks like I sold my
Mysterious
striped Wolfgang.
Oh, it did happen?
No, that guy backed out.
Ah.
Yeah.
just like me.
Well, no, that's fine. Dude, you could have had this. What was I going to sell it to?
Yeah,
you
no, I don't know.
I think I was like, I think I told you 700 plus shipping.
Oh, that's a
Yeah,
great
that's a good
guitar,
deal.
John. Fucking great guitar.
Jesus Christ, you're fist fucking me. I mean,
guitar.
Dude, I was gonna
Wow.
if this was like how long ago
Wait.
was that? Like a year ago, I was trying to sell this to you. I
Something
was
like
gonna
that.
sell this one at first, and I'm just like, I don't know what I want for it. I don't know whatever. And I was like, you know what? John needs one. John, I want you to have this guitar. I'll sell it to you for this. And the
I appreciate the sentiment, but I'm gonna.
well, you're the one who botched it.
Yeah, I guess so.
wow, you guys want to fight right here?
No, hell no. I don't want to fight anybody. No, especially
All
right
good.
now.
It's all good.
So you see that guitar strap right there?
The one that says strap on it.
Yep.
Strap on.
Strap on it.
Have you guys ever bought a guitar strap for a guitar that you don't own yet? Oh,
Yeah.
you son of a bitch.
What's going on?
No, man. Well, now you see what the initials are on the strap. You know.
Oh,
I still what?
JS?
I missed
Yeah.
it.
Johann Segborn.
Ooh, yeah, that's it. So I bought a guitar strap for a guitar that I don't own yet.
Mm.
But isn't
By
that?
the way-
Can that be good luck for once? Switch it around.
Hmm.
So is this the turnaround from that Ibanez that you sent back?
Yes. Yes, it is.
okay. It's not a Pia, is it?
Hell no.
Okay.
Yeah, don't do the Pia
Why hell no?
because the Pia is
I-
yeah.
fucking hideous.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
that
not
bad.
really a fan of how they look. I mean,
What if it feels good?
I'm sure it does feel good.
It's not going to feel better than a gem.
Well, probably about the same, right?
How often do you carry it by the monkey grip? I mean, if that's the biggest gripe that people have, that the
Nope, you
teardrop
do.
or the.
You do.
You do? Well,
I have a gem that Jay would love. I have a Gem 7D, which is the one that right around the ultrazone time, the one where it was dipped in the
Dip.
rhino lining.
Dip.
In the rhino lining, and
Dip,
it's
dip,
got
dip,
the
dip, dip,
thinnest
dip.
neck that's ever been on a gem.
You're telling me that.
Yeah, I'll go grab it if you want. The neck
Yeah.
is ridiculously small.
ridiculous.
Grab the new
Oh my
Wolfgang, or grab the new old Wolfgang.
What?
Grab the new old Wolfgang. Let's see that.
All right.
And grab a burrito too.
And grab the Ernie Ball that you're gonna give me. Just kidding.
Wow.
Wish. Oh.
So the best thing about this guitar, well, I shouldn't say the best thing, but using the monkey grip, right? You think you would never use it? That's baloney. You walk through a door frame. What do? You don't have to, grab it by this or grab it by here or whatever.
So convenient. Wow.
It's handy, man. Especially when you're walking around the house,
Literally.
just noodling or whatever like that. You just you hold it by it. It's
It
cool.
is a great idea.
And it's a gem. I mean, obviously, you don't really use it as much as you think you do. Well, maybe you do. Whatever.
Whoa. Sounds wonderful.
Yeah, that's what that sounds like. Yeah. No, it's just, if you're just scooching around the floor right quick, you just...
And what about that strap? That's an interesting
one?
strap. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Universe strap. Same color scheme, obviously. But with this guitar, how can you not have this strap on?
I'd love to know if Vi and his
That's a nice.
guitar
That
tech,
is a cool strap.
when they trade during the show, does did they both use the monkey grip to trade the guitar?
We can find footage.
Yeah,
That's a good question.
that'd be great to know.
Yep.
You can't
So
get
Jay-
two hands in there.
Jay, show the profile of that neck again.
Right, but if they hand each other,
Look at the volute. Oh, there's even a volute.
Oh,
The old ones didn't have a volute. These are the 30th anniversary.
so you'd actually grab the guitar that was being handed to you by the neck, but you're giving it by holding it by the.
Well, dude, look at me right now. I'm holding it by the monkey grip.
you know, there's some weirdo out there
You're
where
slow.
they only carry those guitars by the monkey grip. You know, there's got to be somebody with some sort of
Yeah, you don't need a case. Just carry it like that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Is Jay
the
slow for
subway,
everyone
where
else?
you're
Looks like his picture is like slowing down for everybody.
Am I botching? Am I downloading too much?
I think so. I don't know if it's just me or if it's you, but
Yeah,
you're
get
like
off, get off.
that
keep
neck
cutting.
looks-
You keep
That
cutting
neck
to
looks
it.
pretty thin, Jay. Until you
But
put it
look
up
at
against
this.
neck. Yeah, until
Let
you
me
put up
see.
against that.
Oh my God.
Oh,
That's like a
wow.
pancake.
Oh my goodness.
That is thin. Yeah.
That's the thinnest neck. That's the thinnest neck they've ever put on a gem.
Oh my God.
Wow.
That's crazy thin.
Yeah,
It's
thin.
it's so thin they did. It's so thin they didn't scallop the top.
Whoa.
Oh,
They couldn't scallop the top.
is that a low pro?
It is a low pro.
Uh-oh, Jay's going
Unfortunately.
crazy for that one.
All right. Remember that money you're supposed to send me? How much more do you want on top of that?
That's beautiful.
So see how they're it's
Wow.
dipped in like rhino lining.
Dipped.
That's
Dipped.
really cool.
Dip.
How much do you want for that?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't even
350.
thought about it.
Talk in the afternoon.
Yeah, this thing plays ridiculous. I mean, just you see how thin that neck is. Look how fat my friggin' hand is around that neck.
You ain't giving up the thinnest neck.
Why? I don't deserve this guitar. I don't know how to play it.
That means you don't
These
deserve
things-
the guitar you own.
Wow, that hurt.
No,
No, that was hateful.
Oh
No,
man.
God,
It was hate.
No,
It
don't-
was hate speech.
don't think that. Don't think that about me.
I thought we were friends.
I want to be
Now
friends.
you're never getting one of those EBMNs.
Come on.
Ever.
I wish Paul got frozen like that.
So yeah, but these things that, as anybody knows that's ever played a gem, you pick one up, they beg to be played fast, and I can't. But they're
Why is it that you're not good though, Paul? Is it because you just don't work at it, or what? Because I'll teach you.
I would love to take lessons. I don't know why I'm not good. I can't. I think it's because I developed musically, like my brain, like organizing songs and hearing songs and stuff like that. I hear it and feel it up here faster than I can make it come out of my hands, and it frustrates me.
I understand.
Because when I was in a band, I had two phenomenal guitar players on stage with me. One of them was a Berkeley grad, and the other one was self-taught. And between the two of them, they could play anything. So I got lazy, and I basically went, all right, do that 4 times, move it up the neck a full step, and then do that 4 times. And basically, I had 2 sets of amazing hands. So I never developed the ability to take what I hear up here.
So I never had to masturbate again.
Yes.
All right, real quick, Johnny.
You can tell there's hair on those knuckles. So there's plenty
Johnny,
of-
real quick, Johnny. Put Rico's.
Oh my God.
All right.
Nice, Rico. Good purchase.
You're gonna love it, dude. But you're gonna have to wait till May.
Right.
But you're gonna dig it. It's
so
Well, at least that means this year will be over.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. Yeah. Who knows what's next?
wow. Right? We're almost in November. Is this crazy?
No shave. No. Ah.
Fucking crazy.
Johnny started well, no, never mind. He did the opposite.
Twice a year shave just happened.
That's why he had to shave it so by November he doesn't have to like trim it or anything because it'll still be short.
Mm.
Oh, that's the nice, man.
yeah. Now look at that top.
Oh my goodness.
Wow,
love
that
it.
is nice.
I love it. Oh,
You're a lucky guy. You're lucky you got that back.
yeah, dude. You're so lucky you got that back.
Yeah. I mean, this is a phenomenal top.
I can't believe that that he kept? How long are we talking that he held on to that for?
He didn't want to sell it. He brought it home. Look at the bird's eye in the back of his neck.
When was that? Oh, fuck off! Look at that. when did you drop it off with him originally?
I don't even remember. Probably a year ago. 8 months ago.
Wow. Yeah, that's a beauty.
Beautiful, Clark.
No, this is just a phenomenal guitar.
Yep.
But it feels small again because I'm not small.
No, and I know I have that problem too.
Yeah, it feels because the way the neck is set so far into the guitar. When you're down here, you're like, Jesus, is this a short scale?
Right.
And it's
your arm wants to go farther away.
Yes.
Yeah, you want to be out here further.
Is it the same dimensions as the Ernie ball? I mean, well, the same scale length?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the same. It's not 25 and a half. I think it's 24 3/4.
No, it's 25 and a
Is it
half.
25 and a half? Yeah. It's longer than the Les Paul.
The neck goes farther into the guitar.
Yes.
That's why. And there's not a lot of room behind the bridge. That's where
That's why it feels like it's 1 fret shorter.
yeah, it's weird.
It feels exactly 1 fret short.
Renus, this is a US model. You can tell because it's got 2 knobs.
Flame maple, boys.
Yeah, this thing is beautiful. I should never have traded it in the first place, and I'll never let it go again.
Wait a second. 2 knobs meant it was USA?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
No, actually, the gold specials with the one knob. I think there's the gold specials. Those were USA too. So, but the Koreans all had a 1 knob, I believe.
Is it volume tone or volume?
That's volume tone.
Volume.
It's actually
Well,
tone.
Tone.
There you go.
It's tone.
No, that's sort of the fuck up that they did put volume on there.
That should have 2 tone things on it.
Look at that intonation. I don't know.
Imagine a guitar that just had one, and if it just one tone knob, and it was actually just tone, the actual tone.
Is that mint though?
Right?
Are there any scuffs on that top or no?
On this? No. Not a mark on it.
No, it looks great.
What's mint?
Man. I love it.
Nope. Not a mark on it.
Love that.
I'm actually glad I'm thankful he never sold it. I really am. And the bird's eye neck is ridiculous.
Yeah,
that's absolutely.
Dude, you're so lucky you have a friend like Dane.
when they had that guitar,
that guitar's $5,000 now.
Dude, the back of that neck is so pretty that when it was in the guitar shop for sale the first time, they had it hanging backwards.
Right? It's true.
Yes, the toggle jack is opposite. That's all the PVs are opposite. So
And it's sitting like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
well, you could have. Trust me, you could have. I mean, it's cool too because I mean, look at even the signature is really vivid.
Yeah,
Signature is burnt in there, really vivid. I mean, this is really a great example of what PV could do.
Nice.
Yeah. Hi, Jay.
Tone.
This is still one of the best guitars I've ever played. So.
Oh, that's from that awkward deal.
What's that?
When you got that body or neck?
No,
What the weird story or weird something surrounding? Is this me and you right now, or oh, never mind.
I don't know. No, this one I found on Reverb because I originally wanted the gray Stealth with the ebony fretboard
And the black hardware, right?
Yeah, I just was dying for that because that gray color has this real cool translucent. It depends on the way the light's bouncing off it. It has several different colors it gives off. I don't know if anyone's ever noticed that with the gray one, but something about that paint job, it does that. So I was just stocking gray ones for years. 2, 3, 4, 5 years. I was always thinking about a gray Stealth. And for some reason, I think I played one of these vintage whites at Sam Ash. And I fell in love with that guitar. I didn't buy that guitar. I should have, because it left like very soon after I left, and I just kept kicking myself. So I switched over to this one with the maple fretboard, and I also liked it that was his main guitar on the 2007-2008 tour, and I don't know, there's something about that color that I really liked that won me over more than the gray ones. So I started looking for these guitars, and every 2 or 3 weeks a new one would come up on Reverb, a new used one, because they only made that color from with the maple from 09 to 12, I think. So looking, couldn't get one. I was asking lots of questions. Some were really banged up, and then there was always this one that was just sitting there forever on Reverb, but it was really high priced, and it was because it was super mint and hadn't really been played. And finally I messaged the guy, and I remember saying, like, because I wanted to know the year, because I wanted my white one to be in the first year, because I've heard that the first year Wolfgangs are probably the best, the USAs, just because of what the quality they were trying to crank out at the time. Not that they're not trying to crank out quality now. I'm just saying that those first years you can't beat them. And I messaged the guy, what's the serial number? Because that would tell me what year it would be. And he said, and you've heard this story before, I'm sure, but he said it's 00922. And that's my birthday.
That's crazy.
922. And so
Wow.
that was it. Bought it. I was like, that's it. I don't care how expensive it is. So meant to be.
What do you mean?
Nice.
Is that me?
Yeah.
Is it really
Yeah,
that loud?
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, you should have said something, man.
Sounds good, man.
No, it sounds
I've been
good.
eating these fucking things for 40 minutes. And now you say something.
We didn't want to disturb you. It sounds so good.
Dude, they're good.
Yeah, those brown ones are delicious.
Trying to eat around the brown one.
You're eating all the green ones real quick.
I got some Sour Patch Kids here.
Wow. You got some Sour Patch.
Oh, gross.
Good stuff, huh?
Gross.
Oh,
John BL ASMR.
My God, I'm going to throw up. Oh, and he,
And frozen.
and frozen.
It's frozen.
Good night, everybody.
It's frozen.
Man,
Did you lose me again?
That was the thumbnail for the show.
hey, how many people?
Was that like-
How many people in the chat? If John BL did an what is it? ASMR?
It's a BL ASMR.
BL
John
ASMR
BL ASMR.
of him just whispering F offs the whole time. For 2.5 hours. Fuck off. I'm gonna have you.
Oh, that's creepy.
And then eating one of your what was that thing you ate a few weeks ago? A steak cake or a what was that thing?
It's a steak cake.
Something pie.
Oh, beef jerky? I was eating beef jerky last week.
No, you
Some
had
sort of pie.
Jerky
Oh, I had
time!
a steak bomb pie.
Yes, a steak bomb pie.
Good stuff. I didn't eat it on the show. I was waiting for after the show. That's my after the show treat.
Yeah, you couldn't eat it on the show. Something like that you got to eat while sitting on the toilet.
Oh God. Wow, Renus would, yeah, good one.
You don't even eat it. You just flick it off your fork and put it right in there.
You only rent it.
Yeah, like a Tina's burrito. You don't eat them, you just rent them.
I never have that problem.
Caleb's like Steve
He's
Anderson.
like Steve Anderson.
Yeah.
This is the Steve Anderson look.
Don't you have to be wearing a hat? A scally cap?
Sorry.
Be
See, it's
cool.
funny. The Space Wolf paint job looks like the texture on that gem.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit.
Raised. Would anybody? Do people like Sparkle Wolves, or is it too much? What do you think?
I like it.
Yeah, I think it looks great.
It's an interesting. Yeah, I think it's a unique look, which I like.
What's is the binding? Is it real binding or painted?
No, paint.
Yeah.
It's pulse.
Yeah, I thought so.
He did a great job. I love this.
No, I do like that. That's a good top.
That's a CHS, right?
Yeah, this is Craig from CHS. He painted this for me. It's a USA body on a Japanese neck, or a Japanese neck on a USA body. Sorry, and it's great. Love it.
It doesn't sparkle on the back. It's flat on the back, right?
Yeah, it's just they call it chalk. Yeah,
It's a great way to stay in shape.
Chalk finish.
great guitar.
Oh God!
Oh, that sounds
Wow.
Now you're making me want shit.
It sounds like the drop they use on the Howard Stern when they're talking about high pitch Eric Eaton or something.
Oh, good.
Like, oh my God!
Who's eating?
That's Johnny.
I thought that was Johnny.
It's Johnny.
That's making me like.
That's why he's isolated.
I'm not eating.
What?
No,
Ew.
you're just running a sound effect of eating.
Making my balls like go up into my stomach.
Cringeworthy. Oh, stop that!
Awful.
Oh. Oh my goodness!
I did.
Speaking
just
of
get Steve Carmichael.
No, Steve Carmichael. Speaking of Steve Anderson, I think is he live right now?
What? He has the balls.
Let me see. I think they're on.
Unmitigated
How
call.
dare he?
Oh no, he's not.
Get him
Okay.
in here.
Dude.
He's not. It's
I've been trying to get Steve to come on for weeks.
Yeah, get him in here.
Dude.
Well, it's Saturday. Isn't he at a jam?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say if he was live, I was gonna have everybody from the chat go in there and tell him to get the friggin' here.
Garage. He's in the Garage Mahal.
Garage Mahal.
Yeah.
He's got his own Straturday night celebration.
I just
But we
took
all
a good.
know who's
I
having
just
more
took a
fun.
good scan around all 5 pictures of the 5 of us wearing these shirts.
That's pretty cool.
No, it's not.
No.
It's not.
What?
It's just weird. I just saw it. I was like, oh my God, we're like Cub Scouts.
Uniform. You must wear this every week from now on.
Armbands will be next.
Welcome to
Name
Johnny
tags.
Bean TV. Might take your nerd order, please?
Well, we got name tags.
We'll have to like circle our face in red with an arrow or something, you know.
Well,
Man.
next thing you do is you go in there with a Sharpie and start screwing with it. You know?
Thank you, Michael Smith.
Michael Smith.
Michael
And
Smith made
Cobra
this
Kai.
happen. The captain made it happen with the shirts, and Cobra Kai Platoon did the artwork.
Oh, that's perfect. The next round 2 or pressing 2 of these shirts should say on the back, the captain made it happen. How's that?
Do I have the biggest head on the shirt? I think I have the biggest head.
Well, it's definitely weighted on the on this side.
Fucking measuring now?
Oh no, Caleb's got a long face there.
No, you definitely have the most.
It's between you and me, Caleb.
Yeah.
I do like that John and I have a very
I've got the
similar
longer forehead.
You got the
Clearly.
Most of one color. I think that's
Right.
what the most of one color.
Definitely.
Yeah, you're definitely the brightest head that sticks out.
Yeah. Hey, I got the Lobot head.
Definitely the most one color.
Oh, Robot Master Switch brings up a good point. The position on the screen should match the way we are on the shirt.
Oh,
Johnny,
we
get
did
on
that-
Yeah, Johnny, get on that.
we did that last week.
Oh,
Who is it? Michael Smith first? Oh, Johnny's first. Okay.
Oh, it's just
You're
got to
looking,
stay.
you're looking at 5 versions of them. You don't know who's first?
Switch
No.
me and Jay. We're good.
There we go.
Nice.
We're good.
all we're waiting for is the captain.
He's
You know
not-
what's
Put like
funny?
a still picture of the captain in the middle, Johnny. If I send you a picture of the captain, can you put it
Either
in
that or
as
just-
another
Yes.
get the-
person?
Send me a
Just-
picture of him.
All right,
Isolate
let's see.
this.
I'll get you one.
No, isolate that the cartoon of the captain and just put that in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Send me a cartoon of the captain.
What's funny about this shirt, gentlemen, is that it's been on my dresser since after the show. You know, I think the next day or whatever I brought it down. And I've been meaning to wash it so I could wear it tonight. Special event. So today, I still didn't do anything with it. So Jeannie was doing laundry, so she grabbed the shirt, and I'm on the couch with Killian, and she goes, "Do you want me to wash this so you can wear it tonight?" And as she's saying that, Ellie goes over and looks at the shirt and goes, "Hey, there's Daddy, and there's Johnny."
No way.
She didn't recognize anybody else, and I'm assuming because she's not up right now watching this.
That's just good parenting.
Thanks, Ellie. Thanks. Man.
But she spotted, and she knew that was me and that was John. See, there, I don't know if she'll know if that's Johnny.
What's on your face, Johnny? You cut yourself shaving?
Yeah.
I think it's funny because Jay actually looks like
That's
Silent
funny,
Bob.
dude.
Silent Bob. What?
Yeah, you look like Silent Bob because of the backward baseball cap.
Oh, and then you got
And the beard.
Michael Smith. Looks like the dude from Jaws.
Yes.
Oh yeah. I gotta
So
find a
funny.
good still of just Michael.
All
I
I
look
think
like I'm in Death Clock apparently.
it just looks like we're like looking out the back of the mystery machine,
Yeah.
and we've been, rounded up by Scooby.
The paddy wagon.
Oh, where's the Scooby Doo? Put up the Scooby Doo.
No,
Who was it? Cobra Kai.
no,
That was good.
no, you're not putting that up. No,
I get a very weird itch in my pants when I see Velma in that picture.
thanks. Oh no,
we gotta share that. That was good.
No.
man.
That's
no.
what you get for your assessment of my guitar skills. Nah.
I didn't assess any guitar skills.
You just asked why I sucked.
No,
You don't deserve that guitar, Paul.
I don't
Never
deserve
said
that. I
that.
don't deserve any guitar.
never said that. Oh God, Johnny,
Oh, man.
don't do it.
Do it.
Johnny,
What are we
can't wait
doing?
to-
We're
Hey,
not
I'm
people
happy
like
with.
school
I'm
Johnny,
happy.
I have kids.
Happy Scrappy.
I have kids, Johnny.
Oh, you almost dropped a Happy Scrappy Hero Pup reference on us.
Happy Scrappy.
God.
Happy Scrappy Hero Pup.
That's
Yeah,
what he
it'd be great if
says.
it weren't for the fucking customers.
I need a drink.
Give me a drink.
Give me a drink.
If
Give
you
me a
let me
drink.
Yeah, over here.
When the sheriff came down, he said, "Dave, these motherfuckers are out of line." I love that point because
Here tonight.
what I love is when he starts, he gets lost, and you could see it in the video where he goes, "The sheriff come down to say," and you could see like the one good synapse left in his head firing as he's trying to come up with something to finish that sentence.
Not the best picture.
Yeah, that's horrible.
I'm trying to find a better one.
That's a horrible picture. Here, I got it.
What are we doing?
He's trying to get a picture of the captain.
We're getting the Captain Smith.
We're still doing that. There's 45 minutes left in the show, and we got to get that captain picture up.
That's right.
There we go.
Johnny's got a better one.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully.
Yes. Let's see.
Ladies and gentlemen, Captain Smith.
Well, wait, I'm not there yet. How would
Where's
I
the
do
drum
that?
roll?
How would I? Well, no, I'm still not ready.
Nothing. It was like dry humping. There was no payoff. Air
No
fart.
payoff after the long layoff. We going now? No?
Stand by. Stand by.
Clip. Ooh, sorry. Thought we had a clip.
Okay. Standing by. Standing
No
by.
clip.
Here we go. Ready?
Still standing by.
Ready.
Thought we had a clip.
Still standing.
Ready on 3, 1.
And
Two.
5, 4, 3.
Wait, how
Why don't you say 2 or 1?
You just don't, okay?
Why not?
All right.
You just don't.
How would I do this? Oh, here we go.
Guys.
Here we
Jay and I are in our own little conversation. One of us is high, and the other one has no life.
So somewhere they
They intersect. This is the intersection of no life and high as fuck.
Anyone else a fan? These are good stuff, man.
Dude, put Sour Patch Kids in the freezer.
Oh, really? No.
Yes.
No. They're good
Yeah.
as they are.
Because and Jay, you're gonna love this phrase. Then you have to suck Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah, suck them.
Suck them. Put them in your mouth, then suck them.
Put them in your mouth, suck 'em, suck 'em. Stick it on your mouth. Yeah. Try those in the put like if you're not sure about it, put someone like a Ziploc or something and throw them in the freezer for a few hours, and then, man, you get
When's
to yeah.
people ask
What's the
question,
benefit of putting them in the freezer?
They're just
Crunchy?
if they're a friggin' 10 right now, they go up a few notches. It's
Really?
Just, something about it. It's crazy.
Ramus
I like
Pickle
putting
asked
like
if
the
Ed's-
Reese's in there.
If Ed's playing was at its peak during the '98 tour, it was good, but I think Ed's playing was at its peak on the 2015 tour. He was fucking outstanding
Yes.
on the 2015
There you
tour.
go.
On the 2015 tour,
It's
I
not
think his
exactly-
playing was good on the '98 tour. His tone was awful, but he played well. There's the captain.
How you spell captain?
Oh my goodness.
Capitan.
You know what I really love about it? I love that Johnny has
T-I-A-N?
taken this opportunity to put his second handle up there to continue to plug the Johnny Beane show.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no. That's how it always is because I run everything behind the scenes with this one. I'm changing it. How do you spell captain? Captian?
AIN.
AIN.
Captain.
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 There he is.
All right, I'm an idiot.
There he is.
Pain.
Captain.
Yeah, but
Give a Captain.
Captain. It's almost like are there two eyes there? Is that like he's got an umlaut going on? over there?
Capitan.
Capitan.
There we go. Yeah, but you can't just do his avatar. You got to do like an actual like picture of him.
Are you making a screenshot?
That
I
picture
am.
was horrible.
Well, I'm trying to get a better one. Here we go. Let's try this one.
You got to
Caleb's
do
tapped
one
out,
where
by the way.
he's isolated.
I tried. Well, I was looking for one, but this
You got
is
to. You're gonna be sitting there for hours doing that.
just-
Well,
We'll wait.
Actually, that's no better.
are you trying to say the captain is incapable of taking a good picture? Because that's what I'm hearing.
No, it's
So,
it's
Paul,
not what I'm saying.
while this is dragging on, for those of you who don't know, Paul has a radio show, and he
Really?
and his partner were able to interview Sammy Hagar.
Yes.
Good
That
segue.
was Friday, right? Thursday.
We talked to him on. We were originally supposed to talk to him, I think, on Tuesday.
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 And what happened was Sammy was originally supposed to start at 11 o'clock Eastern time, and he decided he wanted to start at 1 o'clock Eastern time because he was drunk. He was partying. He had been doing all this stuff. He was basically down in Cabo. It's a true story. He was down in Cabo, and he had been hanging out down there. So then they rescheduled and split it over 2 days. So we got to talk to him on Thursday after we got off the air. We pre-recorded it and then ran it on Friday morning.
So I got to know. I'm kind of curious as to how this is all not set up. I know how that stuff works, but as far as like, well, never mind. Because I'm thinking the way I'm looking at it is like, obviously people are thinking it's live when they're hearing it on the radio.
Well, we would have done it. We would have done it live if Sammy had called during our show. We had to adjust to him. Originally, he was supposed to call during our show, and they said, "Well, look, he's only going to be available at 11:20, and we get off the air at 10 o'clock." So we had a choice of giving the interview to the midday girl, or
Fuck no.
right, or going into the studio and into a production studio and taping in advance. And they told us we had 8 minutes. Literally 8 minutes is all you're going to get. So we knew we had probably time to ask 3 questions if we were lucky, because Sammy is like Dave in the way that he knows how to spin a tale. And we knew by the time we asked the first question, the amount of time he spent answering the first question, that they didn't want us to ask anything about Eddie Van Halen until the end. So we knew by the way he was stretching out the time that he was going to try and stall until we got up near that 8 minute mark so that we didn't have to ask about Eddie.
Did he just not want to talk about it, or he was?
No, it was-
He
it was
wanted to
just-
promote his stuff.
He was wanted to promote his stuff, which is obvious. Look, everybody, look, if Sammy Hagar, if Eddie Van Halen hadn't passed away, Sammy's available outlets to promote his birthday bash would have been probably 40% of what he got. I mean, say what you will, Sammy is every bit the opportunist as anybody else in the music business is. This turned out to be the positive for Sammy business-wise. Eddie's passing was because people who normally wouldn't have been interested in Sammy Hagar's birthday bash suddenly went, yeah, hell yeah, we'll take it. We'll take Sammy. But they said, ask the Eddie question last. So that's why you got so much stuff before the Eddie question. And he was pretty good about it. And we were the guys that he broke the George Lopez news to first.
I was going to say, was your question unique to obviously he had several calls for this promotion. Was that a unique question that he got from the one that I heard that you guys did?
I think we were the first ones to get that because there were interviews that were showing up on Thursday that had shown up, and you saw them on Blabbermouth and a couple other different places. And at no time during any of those interviews was George Lopez's name mentioned. Mm-hmm. Then we did our interview and got that George Lopez stuff, which I sent to you guys at 7:15 in the morning, or maybe even earlier than that. When I sent it out to you guys behind the scenes.
Did you record that the day before? The day before you?
Yeah, we recorded at 11 o'clock.
Yeah, I think that night you sent us that.
Yeah, at that night I told you guys we got something exclusive, and then as soon as we got it all edited, I sent it out to you guys. After our interview ran, we think, and I don't know this for sure, but we think we jogged that part of the story loose by asking that question to Sammy, and then for the rest of the day, anybody else that asked him, "Hey, how did the reconciliation between you and Eddie Van Halen go?" He brought out the George Lopez thing. But I think it was our question that jarred that information, made that part of his answer for the rest of his interviews, because none of the interviews that happened on the day before mentioned George Lopez until after we spoke to him.
Well, you know what pisses me off, Paul? Because I obviously heard when you sent the interview to us.
Yeah.
But when I saw that headline on Blabbermouth, the only reason I really clicked on it is because I thought it was going to be from your show.
Right.
And it kind of really ticked me off.
Yeah,
it grinds my gears.
Ticked me off.
Yeah, it's like that sucks that, people think that, that's the first time he mentioned the George Lopez thing, but it's actually not.
Bori, the guy that runs Blabbermouth, basically has about half a dozen guys that he gets information from. And you basically send it over to him, you email it over to him and stuff like that. And whoever he decides he wants to go with that day is who he goes with that day. But you'll notice that every one of those stories starts out with Sammy said something, and then it's a cut and paste job of Eddie Van Halen died on Tuesday, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. There's this whole big thing about it. But yeah, I mean, look, you guys know that we had it first. And look, if radio is radio, all that matters to me is that people in Phoenix, because that's where we're on. If I were on satellite, then I could take credit for breaking that news nationwide. But he didn't say that on Stern. He didn't say it on any other show. He said it on our show first. He didn't say it with Eddie Trunk. He said it on our show, and then the rest of the shows got that information. And the guys in St. Louis basically got credit for it, and that's fine.
No, it's not.
Well, I'm glad. I appreciate that. But it is what it is. And we
know where it really came from.
And that station in St. Louis is owned by the same parent company as our station too. So it's very possible that somebody like our program director or whatever let their program director know that it was a George Lopez thing, and maybe he got it from him that way. I don't know. But we got it first, and I'm cool with that.
Well, let's cause some ruckus between you and the St. Louis station. It can be like East Coast, West Coast rap.
I may end up on that station at some point, so I'm not.
Well,
you don't burn any bridges.
Yeah, you never want to
just badmouth the guys on there.
Nah, they
or if it was your producer who said it,
then we'll get him on here and.
Nah, it's all good. Look, radio there's no such thing as originality. Just like our boy Eddie said, there are 12 notes, and how you arrange them is your thing. If we bumped that information, if we jogged that information loose from Sammy Hagar, that made every other interview that Sammy Hagar did the rest of the day better.
Sure.
Did you see that comment, Paul?
I did, and thank you, Jerry. Appreciate the kind words.
Yeah, I was listening to your Wednesday show, as I have gotten in the habit of doing Wednesdays, because I have a light day on Wednesdays for work. So yeah, good stuff.
Don't you want more talking, John?
I do want more talking. I like the format. I like the morning show format where it is mostly talk. But I mean, I get where Paul's coming from. You know, you gotta. It's up to the station. It's not up to Paul.
We own all the rock stations in the market. For lack of a better word, the Slipknot, Disturbed, Godsmack radio station has a morning show that's 100% talk. They don't play music. The Alternative Dork station down the hall has a syndicated show coming in from LA called The Woody Show. So we sit somewhere in the middle of that, where our breaks are usually not too long. They usually run anywhere between 4 and 5 minutes at a time, which is good. Most people don't want to hear more than that amount of talk. Most of the time, the people, all right, shut up, play a song. So we play a song. And of course, we got to get traffic. We got to get commercials and all that nonsense in. But if we're going to stop down and talk for 10 minutes, they better be 10 entertaining minutes. If there are 6 great minutes and 4 minutes of nonsense, people punch out. So we try to, that whole always leaving them wanting more concept applies. And we're thankful that our program director gives us the flexibility to add or move music wherever we want. I can pretty much play whatever we want to do to make it work for the show. And we can go as long as we're going to go with a break, as long as it's entertaining.
Yeah, and you play good music too.
Let's ask the chat. Morning radio, that morning drive, whatever the hell they call it. Would you rather listen to the radio, or would you rather listen to like a morning radio show, like, whether it be a Stern or any of those ones that basically it's just talk?
I'm a fan of talk radio. If you can find a good talk radio show that's all talk, I like that.
All talk, no action.
Yeah,
People don't
throw in a song here and there if you can, but like Stern was always all talk.
Not originally.
People
He was a
originally.
DJ originally.
Well, yeah, when WNBC.
People don't hate talk on the radio. They hate useless talk on the radio.
Sure.
And
Filler.
the problem is,
You don't want
the
it to be
problem is
filler.
A lot like the internet. The internet gives everybody a voice, but most people have nothing useful to say. And when you find something good, then you grab onto it, like the Joe Rogans or the Phil Hendrys or whatever other, Tom
Yes.
Leykis, whatever podcast that you
favorite.
like.
Or the Johnny Bean TVs, man.
There you go.
Yeah.
If you want to hear Paul just talk,
This is nothing but filler.
tune into Paul. Tune into Saturday night.
All filler, no killer.
Killer
I'll be right back.
for the captain.
Thank you, Captain.
So wait a second. Do you think?
Hold up.
Now I know this. Maybe I shouldn't ask this on the air, Paul, because I know the answer you can give me. But do you think you and Mark have the chemistry to be able to do something like that?
What? Do an entire talk show?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Mark has done. I've done news talk. In fact, you'd laugh at it. I was on a talk station in Palm Springs for a while. Called K News. I was on after Sean Hannity. So imagine you've just listened to Sean Hannity for 3 hours bashing the president when Obama was the president, and then I come on the air.
So most people would wake up to you.
After I was doing afternoons at the time.
Well, no, Sean Hannity.
So most people would wake up for you.
Sean Hannity, man, I used to listen to him just to hear him. Just the most entertaining thing. I mean, sorry, Sean, but the most entertaining thing about Sean Hannity to me was how he would talk about going to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, and you could Hannitize your steaks by putting blue cheese on your steak. That's the Sean Hannity version. And then every time he took a call, I don't know if this must have been planned. Everybody that he would talk to, they would call him Sean every other word. Well, Sean. Like you always heard them saying, "Well, Sean."
I wonder if it's maybe they do that on purpose because, like, hey, while this guest is talking, we got to make sure that everybody knows who's on the radio.
Yeah.
But he had a show at night too on TV, and you noticed his voice never sounded the same on TV as he did on radio.
Well, it's because radio has better processing.
His voice was always different.
He was in a lavalier on TV.
And you're listening in your car.
Yeah. Different
car
stereo
environment
versus
obviously is different
television.
than the TV,
No, I've done talk before. I'll probably end up doing it again at some point when I get too old to be relevant playing rock music.
Paul, why don't you do a podcast show, or even just an audio podcast?
That's it. Paul's leaving the show.
No, I'm not saying
Can I
during.
quit? Should I quit the show? Should I quit the show now? We got 20 minutes left.
That's what Jay's saying. Why don't you just go off and do your own
I
thing?
got 20 minutes left. I should do my own show. I'm gonna do.
Pull an Esdal.
I'm gonna do Saturday nights from 9 to midnight Eastern, and I'm gonna call it Saturday Night Live.
Neander Adderday.
Good night, Metal Mike.
That's terrible.
Good night, Mike.
I can't do a podcast legally
Oh,
because
that's right. Okay.
the company owns.
You get an exclusive.
the rights to that.
They own your ass.
What do they call that?
So if you go to podcast1.com and search for the Mark and Neanderthal, you'll hear basically composites of that day's show. We do actually do a podcast because our company owns a piece of Podcast One.
And do they know that you do this?
Yeah.
Do they know that Johnny's paying you?
Oh,
I'm joking.
Nope. I get to and the fun part about it is they just know that I hang out. I'm just hanging out with my friends on Saturdays. I mean, I'm not plugging anything.
Johnny's gonna highlight that. Here it is.
There you go.
Frontline hero joining us tonight.
No, that's actually we had those signs made for emergency workers and nurses and stuff like that, and we gave those out to. Then a couple of years ago, you'll like this one. Back when the last presidential election happened, you know it's illegal to remove those political signs that are in intersections, the ones that they're sticking in the corner of the intersections that tell you who to vote for the election. It's illegal to remove those, so we made these.
Oh, that's great.
We made these back when I used to program KDKB, which is no longer here.
Oh,
Cool.
Brilliant.
I got to make some of those.
Right?
Yeah. So during an election year, you
Nerd
make
Halen.
these signs and you
Oh my
stick them.
God.
Yeah, do Nerd Halen, and you stick them in intersections, and it's illegal.
That's a
to
good
remove
tip.
them.
Good tip right there.
Brilliant.
Anybody can run for office. Anybody can put a sign out there.
So that's what
I'd
we
vote
did.
for you, Paul. I'd vote for you. It's
So we
better
did
than
those-
what we got. So
I was on in the afternoon, and our morning guy, whose name is Schmonty, Eric Ashmont, our morning guy at the time, we put these up in all the intersections around town, and we actually did political ads and stuff like that. If you look on YouTube somewhere later and look for Neanderthal political ad or Neanderthal running for president, you'll see one that I did where we actually had Spanish subtitles. You know, where somebody like like I'm speaking English and there's a Spanish subtitle talking about how I'm just basically pandering for your vote. So yeah, we did these a long time ago.
Wow.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Ooh.
Cheers. Oh, I gotta get more.
Screwdriver with cranberry.
Yeah. My dad. Wait, is that orange cran vodka?
Yeah.
That's one of my father's go-tos.
Yeah. But you know what sucks, and I got a pet peeve here. Who leaves one fucking ice cube in the tray?
Oh. Somebody's getting woken up. Somebody's getting
Who
woken
leaves
up.
one fucking ice cube? The fuck
do
is
like-
that?
I do like the little twinge of last week's Johnny Beane is coming out of your voice right now. For those of you that missed Johnny Beane After Dark last week, someone's BAC was well over 0.08.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was a
Who
fun
was that?
one last week. I don't know. Is your wife's home, isn't she?
Looks like Johnny's door is crooked. Look at it.
I know, it's weird.
He's the villain in Batman.
Yes.
Right? Twist the camera.
It's weird. Yeah.
No, it's like
Yeah.
this
I got a new monitor. It's huge. It's like this big, and the camera doesn't like it's the monitor is like too thin for the camera to sit on.
You're lagging.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I'm always
Sweet.
lagging.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
I'm always horribly lagging. That's
I do like the Charlie Chaplin thing up on the top of the armoire. That's nice.
Lazy Susan.
Yeah.
The guitar more.
Who's Susan?
You got Charlie Chaplin. You got the Colonels.
Chuck.
Can.
Yeah.
Right there.
And you got a couple of Funko Pops up there.
The Funko Pops, thanks to Steve Carmichael.
Steve Carmichael. Are those the
And,
police? Is that who that is?
That's the police. And then this is all stuff people have sent me. Yeah. And then you got a little Dalmatian Beanie Baby. That was what's his name? The guy, he's a cop.
Rob Johnson.
Not Rob, no. What's his
You're
name?
not a cop, are you?
South Carolina.
He watches. He's from Minnesota.
Oh,
Minnesota.
We actually met.
And
Johnny, we
actually
got a
met-
wider view of your room. Did you just do that, or was it
Now he's gonna meet you again. I forgot I gave that to you, huh?
Yeah, it's definitely you've definitely got a higher angle. You've got the camera's up higher now because of the monitor.
Oh, it's like way up. It's like way up, yeah.
Yeah.
It almost looks
Yeah.
like you have vaulted ceilings in your house.
What are those pictures on your fridge, Johnny? Let's go
Uh,
through the whole setup.
Yeah, those I can't show those.
John.
That's
That's why you've never seen the fridge because
Yeah.
Johnny, you know why John BL wants to see the pictures on your refrigerator, right? Is because he has those exact same pictures in his wallet.
What are they, stalker photos?
Johnny, I got the same picture.
my kitchen looks exactly like that.
Yes.
I painstakingly searched through the videos and took still photos of every shot.
You got any naked pictures of your wife?
Oh my God!
Oh no!
You want to buy some?
buy some.
If you want to buy, if John BL brings the camera into the other room, it's Johnny's exact.
By the way, this is the only bottle opener I have in my house because I'm a grown ass adult.
Stewie.
It's the only bottle
Oh my
opener I
God.
own. So if I lose this, nobody drinks in this house anymore.
You can always use a countertop or lighter.
Or your teeth.
What is this, a frat house?
Yeah. Well, you got to adapt. You know, if you lose that, you got to have a backup. You know, you can't go without. You know,
Well, you can unless you're an alcoholic.
or
like
maybe
Caleb.
you could. Maybe you could.
like Mr. Screwdriver over there.
Caleb over
Is that-
there, who's
Is that what you're drinking? The screwdriver? All right. Well,
welcome to the show, John. He just mentioned that a little while ago.
well I just went to the bathroom,
Welcome to
so
the show.
That's two things tonight that John
Shit.
BL.
You, John.
Mere minutes after something was said, he asks the same thing.
was I just?
Your show.
Did he say it when I was gone, or
You're
No,
gone.
No, you were sitting right there.
you were
I'm
here.
gone enough? Okay, so I completely missed it. Hey, you know, it's 2:30 right here, so
I think we should do one of these shows where all of us get drunk during the show and just see what happens.
Who gets angry first?
I'm all for it.
Wow, a drunk show?
A drunk show.
Let's do a drunk
That sounds
show.
like New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Is
Well,
New
New
Year's
Year's,
Eve a
Eve
Saturday?
will be 9
Saturday?
hours.
I don't know.
Yeah. Do that.
New Year's Eve is a Saturday, right?
Is it?
Is it?
I heard this year was like the best year ever because all the holidays were on the weekend.
Best year ever.
Yeah, this
Of course
is the
it's-
best.
Of
year
course,
ever.
it's the best year ever.
No, it's on a Monday. No, wait a minute. Shit.
New Year's Day was on Wednesday, the 1st of January.
Oh, that was last time.
2020.
It's on Thursday night, New Year's Eve.
Bummer.
Yeah.
We can do it opposite Nesdall's show.
Yeah, we can do it
He'll be okay with that.
if there's a show. But
Oh. I think it would be great to just do a drunk show. I mean, we already know I'm happy drunk up until the last 10 minutes, and then my pants end up in the sink.
I'm totally down to do that. That would be a lot of fun.
A drunk show would be
Absolutely.
funny.
I'd be happy to do that.
Okay, let's plan it.
I'm in. Do we all have to drink the same thing? We should get a beer sponsor or drink sponsor.
Well, hey, John Mancuda is endorsed by Bang Energy.
We could see
Yeah.
which one of us pukes during the show first.
You know, he probably the show probably is sponsored or endorsed by Bang Energy, Johnny, but he just has them send the crates to his house. You
he
know,
pays for them.
forklift.
He just pays for it, and he and promotes it as much as he can. So
I don't. At this point, he probably doesn't pay for it. He probably won't.
Maybe he doesn't. Yeah.
Telling you.
Well, I wouldn't touch that stuff myself.
Yeah,
so
I know
so
it's-
in the chat,
Ugh.
what should we drink if we're all going to drink the same thing? What should we drink?
Well,
What
I
if you
mean,
don't
everybody
drink
has
liquor? Yeah. All right. Is anybody here? Oh, I think isn't the captain recovering?
Oh, I don't know.
No,
Yeah.
the captain had other business to attend to.
Well, he's here. I mean,
I'm not answering anything.
Is he in the chat?
Are you recovering,
There
captain?
we go, Captain. Johnny, I sent you a good, a
killer.
better
It's
better
killer.
picture of him.
hey, Captain. What
That's absolutely killer.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hey, lady.
And we still didn't see the Scooby Doo. I still want to see the Scooby Doo lineup.
Yeah, I thought we would move past that. Okay.
Oh, okay.
We drink what Van Halen asked for in their rider, PBR,
Ooh. Schlitz malt liquor.
Schlitz malt liquor. But then we have to wall beers. You guys have to learn how to wall.
What does
Who-
wall mean?
Last night on the show, Michael was saying about Alex with the briefcase. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, he told me that story years ago, man. I'm
That's
I'm
funny.
still laughing, just laughing at that. It's so funny, man.
Mm-hmm.
Jay, to answer
Yeah,
your question,
briefcase.
walling beers is a game that Van Halen used to play back in the day, where they would throw beers off the wall to see how many ricochets they could get.
Wow.
You mean like a full beer?
No,
Or-
you finish the beer, you
Oh.
beer, you crumple up the can, and then you throw it. It's technically into the corner. And you
Mhm.
try to see if you can get all four corners. If you can get it to go off one wall, hit the ceiling, hit the third wall, and then come back to the fourth wall.
Wow.
Wow.
Wall.
Walling beers.
Like I'd probably be drunk the first, out of all of us.
That's what Ed was trying to do with his racquetball court. Where's the crickets?
Right?
Wait.
The chocolate covered crickets.
Oh yeah, with the wolf.
Chocolate covered pretzels.
Good morning, Mr. Spenning.
Yeah.
Is that how you play racquetball? You got to get like hit the most corners or something. I don't know. I don't know how to play racquetball.
No.
I have
just
no
gotta
idea
get
how to play
four bounces
racquetball.
twice.
Or what's the other one? Squash or
I don't know the difference between squash and racquetball.
I don't know. Handball.
Handball.
Handball, no.
That's where you put your.
That's like prison rules. Handball.
You put your hands on your balls.
Handball.
Usually has to be consent for that.
But it has to be your hands.
Oh, now you tell me.
No. Whose? Mine?
So much for church.
It has to be two different people's hands on each one.
No.
Yeah, one per ball.
Oh, team or what are they called? Doubles.
Mix of double.
Doubles. Handball.
Hi, Jerry.
Who's Russell's on here?
Death water. Just keep adding.
I don't
What
know.
is that stuff? I saw an ad or something for that today.
What's death water?
Isn't it a beer?
I'm guessing it's something that Russell probably works for the company and
Yeah.
would like us to talk about it.
Well, send us some.
Well, hey, we'll sponsor you for Tuesdays, man.
Yeah, we'll do. Yes.
We'll make John drink that stuff
We'll make John
nonstop.
drink death water.
He already is.
John will drink anything, clearly.
What was the cigarettes in the Pantera home video? Was it Black Death or something like that? They did a whole like mock ad for the cigarettes, and it was I don't remember what.
Oh, I remember those cigarettes with the skull and crossbones on them.
Yeah,
I remember those.
Didn't Slash smoke those for a while? Or he drank the Black Death vodka?
No, that's how cigarettes actually are in other countries. Have you seen that?
you mean they'll actually kill you?
Not in the USA, but in foreign countries, you buy a pack of cigarettes and they put pictures of people like that have had cancer, like
I've
actual
heard.
photos on the packs.
Nice.
Wow.
Jesus.
It's true. It's true to
like-
make you. It's like the government does that to make you not to try to not buy them,
Wow.
right?
I've never heard that.
I heard
What are
that
you-
years
you're
ago.
looking- You're looking for us to get your back on this one?
No,
You're
I'm
the
looking
one
for somebody in the
breaking news on
chat
it.
to say, yeah, that's true.
That's why Johnny keeps looking at the chat for once.
Somebody, please. I think that's true. Yeah.
Now, who can somebody else in the chat tell us what death water is, please? I asked 5 minutes ago.
Like yeah. I'm looking at them right here. Yeah. Google foreign cigarette packs.
No.
Well, yeah, you don't want to. It's horrible.
Yeah, I don't want to look at that.
But yeah,
I'm
Marlboro.
gonna have to quit smoking.
What was that filter?
Black Death.
Death.
Filters, pussy.
Pussy.
I know.
Pall Mall.
Yeah, what are the other ones with are they Lucky Strikes?
Those are non-filtered.
Pall
right?
Malls
Or I'm
are
sure they have
non-filtered.
Yeah, the Lucky
Camels,
Strikes. I think,
camels
too.
are non-filtered.
Yeah,
What-
Camels, Pall Mall. Those are famous non-filters.
Yeah, one of my old singers from high school smoked
Winston.
Lucky Strikes, and we used to be like, dude,
When did he die?
still alive. I think he quit. I hope he quit years ago. I don't know.
It should just say Lucky Strikes. Why wait?
Yeah.
Not so lucky.
Oh, that's
Yep.
pretty good. Why wait?
Why draw this out?
Cutting alive.
I'll be right back. I have a dog that's telling me it's time for her to go poopies.
Oh,
Go drop a hot one.
poopies.
Yeah, trust me. When a German Shepherd says it's time to shit, you pay attention.
It's a lot of cleanup.
Steve Carmichael.
Carmichael.
Who?
Hey, man.
Hey, thanks for the compliment, Steve, on my video. Thank you. I just saw that.
So what is this liquid death stuff, man?
Liquid death.
What is that? What Russell was talking about? Death water?
Yeah, Russell, what is that?
Death water? Let's look it up.
Wow, man, tonight went by fast.
Yeah, dude. It really did.
Real fast. We got 20 till, and then
Death
we're
water
gonna
commercial.
raid the British Electric Blues show
Yeah.
because they've been on for an hour. They've 8 people watching. So
What are those 8 people doing over there? They should be over here.
yeah, I know. Actually, Renus is over there.
Oh,
Renus, say Johnny Bean raid over there.
ban them.
Renus.
What does it say it is, John?
Renus rhymes with something else, but I can't think of it.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out too.
Imagine that.
Oh, dude, Miley Cyrus played the whiskey tonight.
Mountain water?
Really?
Save
What
our
does it
stages. It was a save our
Ruining
stages,
your throat? Oh
benefit.
no. Thirst.
Murder your
Murder
thirst?
your thirst.
Oh my gosh.
What is it? What the hell's in it?
What's it say at the bottom? I can't read it. I'm too blind.
Wait, Miley played the whiskey? I usually get the alerts on Periscope because they go live on Periscope all the time.
Wait, what does it say, John? I'm sorry.
There's 2 different conversations going on. And yeah, I didn't see anything about Miley playing there tonight.
It says contains water from the Australian Alps. What? Australian Alps. Austrian Alps. So is it one of those water, like a alcoholic water? I don't know.
Hmm. Wait, Russell, is that your company?
It's the black version too. Blake.
So it's bigger?
I don't know what the difference is, but
the regular ones are in like the Red Bull cans, and then the black version in the monster cans.
you can get the full case if you'd like.
Oh my gosh.
Murder your thirst. That's their quote.
Oh, okay, it's funny. Okay.
Exciting water. What the hell?
It's meant to be funny. I don't think it's really gonna.
Pinkle. Reese Pinkle says Johnny Bean raid.
Pickle.
Oh, they're reading it. Hang on, they're reading it. Hang on.
Action man.
I gotta lose this though. Here we go.
Yo, patch him into one of the boxes.
Going away, baby. And I'm just going to say this.
Why is he on
It's
one
a blues
side?
shuffle that features, an average
First
solo.
one? First shuffle?
Is it? He's mono for you.
and
He's mono for you, right?
Pretty close
Yeah.
to the original.
For me, he's only on one side.
That's all I'm going to say.
I'm getting them both.
Yeah. I wrote down I particularly thought the harmonica was particularly great on this.
Why are they on one side?
Thought really good harmonica.
Actually, it's
It
actually
kind of
about music.
Very
reminded me
professional.
of,
They're very
of-
like.
This is a much better show.
sort of
already.
later period. Later period.
I know what's going on.
So to kind of have
Brian
he
Spalding's
does
over
some
there.
tracks that
I know what's
are
going on.
like
He
that,
has his
kind of-
stereo
that kind of shuffle.
'Cause
sort of
Simon's
thing.
in mono
Some of his later
now.
stuff on his later albums.
Andrew
that
is
he
only
does
on one
stuff like
side.
that. It reminded me.
Huh?
I don't know whether whatever it is. They get it from the same place, not necessarily not
Yeah,
copying
yeah,
each other.
yeah.
It did remind me of that because that's what I'm like. But
that
yeah, it's
was
great.
sick.
It's really good. I like. Hey, you can't go wrong with a shuffle, can you?
No, you can't.
Morning,
Hey,
Johnny.
Johnny.
How you
Thanks
doing?
for joining
Good?
us.
Joining us.
Thanks for
No.
joining. Yeah,
No.
very good.
It's not my favorite song.
Johnny Beane,
Okay.
my favorite right.
Miss something. If I was
What
in a
time is
hurry
it? We
and I
have
wanted to
15
listen to a
minutes.
handful of
We have
songs,
90
I'd skip
watching
it,
us.
but
Can we
as
get
putting on the album, it's not something that I'd rush to.
Can we get
buy
everybody over there?
CD
They've
player
never
to
had
fast
more
forward
than
the
10
next track.
people watching them at a
That's,
time.
That's where I'm at with it. I'm borderline.
Let's get
skip.
like everybody over there.
Yeah, interesting.
How do we do that?
I think it's.
Share.
I
Hi,
think
everyone.
again, it's something
Hi.
that you provide as a,
We already
as a
are over
contrast.
there.
Yeah? It's
Oh,
the first
yeah,
shuffle.
yeah.
We haven't had a shuffle on
What's
it
the name
yet,
of that show?
and obviously we
It's
get
in the
into
chat.
track.
There
well,
it is.
Track 9 now.
Everybody,
Sorry, 8.
everybody,
You
jump
know,
over
you need
there.
to start
Jump
having
over there.
Other things. So the previous track we've had a resonator guitar, it's a bit more acoustic, little thing. So you've got a
I
different
hope
kind
that's
of
their
feel than
mic
having a
button in the
shuffle.
thing.
I suppose I don't know if now is the
Everybody, jump
Well,
over there.
one of the
Let's-
interesting things that
Let's
struck
get
me
at
was
least
that
50 people over
in
there.
my
At
world,
least.
we're talking about 16
That'd be amazing.
tracks.
That
To me,
these guys would they
That's
would
too many.
they would go
It's too many.
insane.
To me, I would have liked probably in my world, I'd like to see a 10 track or a 12 tracks. It actually would be fine in my books. That
I mean, they talk about blues.
I know in the
but-
90s, particularly,
still.
it's kind of, oh look, we can put 70 minutes of music on a CD.
You just
We
want to
ought
listen.
to,
I mean,
kind of thing.
it's like a
It's like,
documentary. You want to
if you've
just
got
listen
space,
to
you
someone
need
with that
inclination to
accent,
fill it up.
British accent.
My inclination.
Oh,
is
they're great
to,
dudes. They're great dudes.
What's that? I don't
Fender
know what
Guru.
that means.
They're aware now.
I don't
How many
know
people
whether
over
that
there?
18.
18.
Thanks for the raid, guys.
Keep
While
going.
you're here,
Keep going. Keep
please
going.
Hit the subscribe button.
We have 80
and,
people watching
help
us.
Simon
Please
and
jump
I,
over there. Jump
with our
over there.
channel. We'll always be grateful if you could just hit that subscribe button.
No, they have
Hit that
16.
subscribe button.
I just subscribe.
Yeah, sorry about
subscribe.
that. I'm having a Brad issues.
Right. Oh, it's up to 17.
Bloody kids aren't awake. Grr.
Only
Thanks,
17.
Thanks, guys. But look, I'm going to echo Brad here, and I'm going.
Okay,
it's
now
a
this is boring.
Look, yeah, it's a borderline.
Echo.
It's a borderline skip for me.
Why is he only on one side?
Thanks, Caleb.
I don't get it.
Good morning. Hey, nerd. Caleb, how you doing, man? Hope you're good.
Nerd Caleb.
Hope you're feeling better.
Nerd Caleb.
It's good to see you. Morning, Mickey.
Is it a skip? Is it a skip
20.
for you, Simon?
Come on, please, everybody. We
If
got
I was
80
doing a
people
10
sitting
track
here.
album, yeah, it'd be a skip.
Everybody.
But,
At
I'm
least
judging
just
it
jump
on
over there.
What it is.
Just
I see what it does in the context of this, of a 16 track thing. Yeah.
Right.
I understand what it's trying to do and where it is, things like that. So it's
completely
so it's
ignoring our
not,
opportunity to try and help them grow their audience by quite a bit.
Steve Carmichael.
British blues
You have
albums.
the best beard.
We could do a dual.
Thank you, Steve.
That is a prize worth having, isn't it?
I appreciate that. I appreciate your guys' subscriptions even more. Thank you for the compliment.
Morning,
So it's
Cobra
not a
Kai.
skip for you?
No, not particularly. No, because as I say, I'm judging it on
They're
this.
so friendly to
We
each
can have a discussion at the end about
I love that we're completely going to ignore
16
what's
tracks
going
and
on
stuff like
around
that.
us.
But as I say, it's
Yeah, that's why they deleted the show that I was
Was it
on.
Cobra Kai?
Because it was
How
a
are
little
you?
too wild for them.
Good.
The next song is
they're taking it
Blues
very,
Leave
very
Me Alone.
seriously.
So, you know, we've got Eric playing a typical blues
Their channel
anthem,
their channel
and he
is
ends
the
up
David
sounding,
Crosby
in my
Club.
opinion, like Muddy Waters without
I can't hear a thing you're
probably
saying.
trying to sound like Muddy Waters. And
I said their channel
once again,
is the
that
David Crosby to
harmonica
our
play,
Van Halen.
You know,
Right.
is he the unsung hero?
They're taking what they're doing very, very seriously.
No, it's the Graham Nash.
Here's a screen cap of them right now.
He's either John or that album.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh man. So, what do you think of their show, May?
Oh,
That's what they're saying about us.
He definitely stands out.
You know what?
At least
I
they're on a
think
topic.
all of it is meh. All of it is meh. All of it.
All of
Fuck
it. All of it.
And,
Man.
It's not Straturday,
I did
it's
put
May.
down the
Hey,
harmonica
how about
as
we just
stand
we
up.
sold a guitar to Rico tonight, right? I mean that it's a win.
We sold
Yes.
it to Puerto Rico and might have given Dan Zinnerman a customer or two that he won't sell a guitar to.
Right.
You appreciate it because it's another form of expression, like vocals and guitar.
Yes,
Oh, no, they're
Venus.
great dudes.
They are good dudes, definitely.
They're great dudes. We're just making fun of it because that's what we do. We're assholes.
You know what that sounds like right now?
Particularly Chicago blues. Isn't
It sounds like
Chicago blues, definitely.
The BBC.
no, it sounds like the one with it sounds like somebody's literally has a TV on behind them.
Oh, sorry.
Got Monty Python in the background.
I think he's.
Wait a minute.
We mentioned him.
Wait, we could actually make this
He's
good.
the sung hero.
Wait. Which way is it?
You know, and Eric quite rightly is giving
It's the other way.
equal space in these songs to him.
It's
Put
this
some
way.
effects on that.
It's this way.
Get some
It's this way.
reverb or some
You know,
delay.
and using it in the.
There you go.
There's a
Right.
there's a YouTube video that I assume they slowed down because they had copyrighted music
And in
in the background. It's the one about how EVH and PV would never have worked out. Have you seen that video?
Trology did the guitar. Trology
Trogly?
did that. Trogly, whatever the hell it is. He did that on one of his videos when he was doing the EVH tribute.
Yeah.
Yeah, they turned it down. I guess.
Way to get past the copyright.
Yeah.
If you're bored with our show, just put it on slow and put it on 0.5 or something like that, and it's a lot more entertaining.
Speed it up.
Or speed it up.
Speed up the live show.
It'll be over quicker.
Watching us talk about.
Oh my God!
All right, please. Goodness.
Yeah, Rico, I was going to ask you. Definitely let us know when it arrives and what you think, because I'm curious. I'm serious. I'm not just trying to sling guitars.
Are you
I do believe in the guitar. So.
Can't take anything serious here.
Yeah, but you should probably take this video and send it off to Fender's corporate headquarters.
Bulldog. I'm using Bulldog.
I think I've moved a few pieces actually.
Big
Good.
bomb.
That's a good thing.
Oh my goodness!
Great.
What
And
happened?
it doesn't keep the chicks away. It doesn't keep the chicks away.
They broke into my stash, man.
Now it sounds like a drunk show.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
quite
Right? They're doing a drunk show, dude. They just like
They stole our idea.
Like they know the radio station did to Paul.
Yeah.
They're gonna sponsor you, Andrew.
Oh, no. Yeah, maybe.
You
But,
could do a John Man. Could sponsored by.
There it is. Name drop.
Sponsored by.
I can't tell what's real at this point.
No, we're actually sponsored by Brad Cook Music.
Yeah,
Com.
that's true.
Oh, I hope you're enjoying.
Oh my God!
Is that Caleb laughing? It looks like Caleb.
Yeah.
Wow.
If you guys, I'm gonna throw up a banner here. If you guys haven't checked out Brad, that's his
All right.
channel.
Oh.
was laughing like that.
Wow.
Oh my god!
That's
Somebody
good.
watch this back. When it gets to this part, when that starts happening, turn it even slower.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Oh, it's great. What a way to put a finale on it, huh?
Right?
Wow. We only got like 3 people over there too. Like nobody went over.
Yeah, a bunch of jerks, huh?
We appreciate everybody that stuck around, but we'd really like to get them some you know.
those are good dudes.
Well,
Everybody.
we can send them when we finish in 5 minutes, 6 minutes.
Yeah, but they could have just clicked the link and like opened it in a different window and just kind of
Yeah.
like muted it or even paused it. Just
Or
like,
at least subscribed. Like
It would have jumped. Their viewer went up like 2. I saw it. I'm still looking at it.
2, huh?
It just went down.
we're getting
No, it went up. It went up 10. I
Really?
think 10. Yeah.
that's not.
You're just pulling figures out of your ass now.
No, I'm looking at it. They had 10 people in there, and then now they've 17. But it keeps going up and down. It
That's
keeps
only 7.
changing.
It only went up by 7, John.
Well, now it's 18. It keeps changing. It keeps changing. Steve, I saw you over there. Yeah.
Oh, now it's 17. Oh.
Now it's yeah. And yeah, no, we're not clowning on these dudes. We love these guys.
No, not at all, man. These are good dudes.
No, we don't clown on anybody except a couple of people who.
But the only people that we openly clown are people we like. How about that? Like typical dudes, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, it's like if you're not ready to call your therapist, we haven't gone far enough.
It's like that difference between like men and women. You know, I think there's like a meme of it. It's got like a group of dudes hanging out.
Isn't that this?
What?
Johnny made a penis joke.
Oh.
Yeah, sausage fest. Group of dudes hanging out, and like one's pointing at the other one, like, dude, look at your pants, you know? And everyone's laughing. And then it's got a group of chicks hanging out, and it's like, oh my God, your hair's so pretty. And then another picture of of 2 girls on the phone. Oh my God, did you see so-and-so's hair at that party? It's like dudes make fun of each other to our like friends. You know what I mean? We make fun of our friends to their faces. Whereas girls, it's like
Yeah, they make fun of each other
Behind
until they
their
get an
back.
eating disorder. What was that from? Till they get an eating disorder. That was like
Oh,
Heathers or something like that.
Oh, remember that movie?
That was a good movie.
Heathers was a good movie.
I never saw it.
Shannon
Of
Doherty
course
is still hot. Still hot.
I never saw it.
I know of it though.
Let's hear it for Winona Ryder.
I actually had it on VHS, and I've still never seen it.
Winona Ryder was hot.
She yeah, definitely.
Yeah, slightly.
Slightly.
Great line in that movie. I love my dead gay son.
There you go.
I love my dead gay son.
Wow.
Oh boy.
All right, John.
11:57.
It's been a roller coaster of a show, guys. Up
I
and
like
down.
how when it's time to start the show and when it's time to end the show, John Biel wakes up. That's the only time you take control.
It's the only time I sleep is during the show. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
Wow, man.
Well, we got 3 minutes left. Let's finish strong. So
I gotta use the bathroom.
so you gotta wait 3 minutes, Johnny.
He's gonna finish strong.
That's
I
right.
feel bad that I was chewing on the show for that long and it was that loud. I feel bad about that now.
Go back and watch it. That's some good ASMR right there.
I'm actually surprised that I made it
Caleb's-
through the whole show. I was exhausted when the show started.
Blocked by his microphone.
Oh, you
Yeah.
seemed more tired when we started or when
Yeah.
I jumped in than now.
Yep. I was more exhausted. Of course, I'm also like 5 glasses of Pepsi in, so caffeine is like
Pepsi.
Watch out for that Pepsi, man.
Pepsi.
Yeah. We all know what happens when I drink more.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
we'll
got to
do
do
it
that. Oh, Johnny can't wait for the
Drunk
bathroom.
show.
I'll be right back.
The Dong Show.
I almost
pinch
brought
a loaf.
my bottle of Maker's Mark in here and was just like, all right, fuck you guys.
But we'll do a drinking
it
show.
live.
I'm happy. Look, am I the only one who drinks every Straturday night? I always make myself a rum and Coke
Yes.
or a Mountain Dew and Coke.
And you're probably wondering why we've asked you here tonight, John. We're very concerned for you.
Well, I will say this.
I don't have a problem. I can stop anytime.
I used to drink on this show almost every Saturday night. I mean, I wasn't like getting.
It's the only
bombed.
night that I drink these days, so you know.
Yeah, I'd have a couple rums or something, or a few beers, but and you know, Caleb can speak to this too. But once, like, you know, especially with a young kid, like right now, you know, Killian's 7 months old. I've said this before. He doesn't give a shit what time I go to bed.
Fuck no.
And if I get hangovers, I don't have to drink much, and I wake up like miserable. And it's not fun, man. When you got, you know, bed.
By the way, let's give Jay some props. He actually made it to the end of this one. It's been a while.
Been a while.
Been a while.
I thought you were going to say he actually made two children. You know?
Oh, that too. Yeah.
Let's give him props.
You guys done?
Oh, not yet. We got. Oh, it is 3.
I meant Jay and Jeannie. You guys done?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yep.
Tie it up. Tie it up.
Yeah. Did you get yours tied?
No.
Yeah. I know.
No one's going.
You get yours
No one's
snipped?
going near. I'm not
What do
going
you get?
near
It
that
tied
shit.
or snipped, right?
No,
Not me. I'm a man, and who knows? Whitney
Yeah,
might
who
not be
knows?
the last stop on this train.
Whoa. Right? I might have another
Hey, look,
shot.
I thought I was going to be married forever too, and it didn't work out. Sometimes it's
Yeah.
not your choice.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Congrats.
they smarten up.
Renus Pinkle says he's expecting a newborn in 2 weeks.
Baby Pinkle.
Oh, no kidding. Congratulations.
Wow. Awesome.
Congratulations,
Get some
Renus.
sleep, bro. Get some fucking sleep.
Yeah, well, you can.
Stay
Not
up
that I know.
late while you can. How about that? If that's your
Right?
favorite one. Man, I used to bust my friends' chops, you know, before, you know, like a few of my friends, not many of my friends had kids very soon, like very, you know, kind of young. Most of them waited a while or just didn't have kids for a while. And I used to bust my friends' chops when they first got kids. Man, we used to play video games till, you know, 3, 4 in the morning. All of a sudden, you know,
It's like 40-year-old virgin over there.
Yeah. Dude, come on, man. Come on, dude, come on. You know, obviously I'd use different wording than that, but, and then it happens to you and you're like, dude, I'm sorry, man. For what? Dude, I always used to bust your balls. You wouldn't be able to stay up late, man. You know, all that crap.
Right. You're calling all your friends that you used to bust your balls.
Yep.
Dude, I was so wrong. I'm so sorry.
Yep.
I'm so sorry.
Now I understand. I get it,
I
man.
totally get it. Yep.
I get it. I just want to go to bed.
Right? I just want to sleep till 9. Oh my God. 9. Holy shit.
That's how I feel every Saturday and Sunday.
Impossible.
Well, Paul, you got a morning show. What time do you get up on the weekdays?
Oh, 3.
Anywhere between 3 and 4. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Jesus. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was
But I'm back in bed by noon. So that I
There you
get back
go.
to-
Yeah,
Oh.
that's
nice.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
afternoon nap.
Yeah, I
afternoon
take 2 naps.
sleeping.
Well, it's cool to take a nap during the day, like during the work week, because everybody's at their jobs. So other than Monday, when the garbage truck comes down the alleyway at like 2:00 in the afternoon, it's pretty much the most serene and quiet sleep you're ever going to get. Because at night, kids are around, they're playing in the neighborhood or whatever. And in the summertime, they're in the pools and shit. So sleeping, I get most of my best sleep during the day. And then at night, I sleep from like 9:00 till 3 in the morning. And the dogs wake me up all night long.
Oh.
Just feeding them Benadryl.
Down.
Man, I took a nap with Ellie this afternoon and I was just like, oh, yes. It was ecstasy.
Naps are great, man. I love it. You know.
Yeah, naps are great. Look at this guy. Naps are great.
My
Especially when
regular-
they can just turn into a full night's sleep. Doesn't matter.
No, I get like a 30-minute nap like during my schedule during Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. I work this full day at the school, and then at 3:00 from 3 to 3:30 I can take a nap, which is not long, but and then I go out to do the driver's ed shit.
Shit, I'm not asleep. I'm not asleep until 45 minutes.
Your
in.
half asleep.
Right.
I don't drive
do
for
this
shit.
shit.
I
Let's
sit in
do
the
this
passenger
shit.
seat.
Yeah.
I just got to operate a brake in an emergency. That's all.
That's just what you need as a driver's ed instructor who's half asleep.
Who's half asleep?
Remember,
honestly though, 30 minutes of a nap will refresh you good enough. That's all you need.
Shit.
Remember that George Carlin joke about taking naps on like a late afternoon? He's like, "Did you ever fall asleep on a late afternoon and wake up after dark and you don't know what goddamn day it is?"
Well, I gotta set an alarm. I set an alarm so I don't like.
That would be every day after when I get home from school, because I was so tired when I get home from school that I would go straight to bed, and then I wake up. It was nighttime, and then I couldn't sleep at all through the night. And then it was just a vicious cycle.
Yeah, did I miss the next day of school?
Exactly.
I love getting up at like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday and being back in bed by 11. Like I get up, I'll make some eggs.
Yeah.
Drink something, let the dogs out, lay down. I'm like, you know what?
It's just something to do. It's just something to do between naps. It really.
Yeah.
You know?
I get up, I eat some eggs, I let the dogs out, let them throw the ball a little bit. And then I go lay down. I go to sleep. I go to sleep. Sometimes I pee.
You
but
got
not
it
in my
sleep. Oh my God. All right.
Well. Anyway, thanks everyone. If you want me to do the outro, we can do the outro.
In through the outro.
In through the outro. Thank you, everyone, and thank you, Johnny, Caleb, Paul, Jay, and John BL, of course.
You thanked yourself? Come on, man.
Hey, Sammy thanked himself.
Yeah.
Sammy Hagar.
Red Rocker, John Blinn.
Why don't you call Sammy?
Dude, if you had an alter ego / nickname, like, then you can talk about yourself in the third party.
All right. Well, John BL is an alter ego for me. My name is not John BL, contrary to popular belief.
What is it?
So, I will not say. You all know my name.
Jumble.
John Blinn.
You all know my name.
John Blinn.
Yeah. Anyway.
If you ask me it again, he's going to have to.
That's right. You all know my name.
Where's the outro? Is it this one?
You wicked.
Oh, here we go again.
I think it's an E. Is it? Thanks all. Have a good night. Bear.